Hello and welcome along to DR Sports. When it comes to rivalries, there is no bigger than England versus Germany. You can talk about your Allies versus Fraser, Celtic versus Rangers, Naught versus Crosses, but when it comes to England, there is no bigger rivalry than England versus Germany. My name's Nicky Hawkins. I'm going to be here with you this evening. To my left, as our guests, the judges in the house.
Thank you very much.
How you doing, Judge? Right. And Ty?
All right, thank you very much.
DR Sports just about clap that. Just about clap that.
I'm sorry. My name is not the judge. My name is not Lee Hospitality Judges. So excuse me.
Are we going to behave ourselves tonight?
I always behave.
Right.
He lets us take some of his popcorn and he goes mad.
The question is, Nicky, are the comments going to behave themselves? That's the question.
I'm sure they will, man.
Well, I
I'm
hope
sure
so.
they
I hope
will.
so. But thank you very much for inviting me.
No problem at all. And Aaron, he's supporting Germany. How you doing, my friend?
Yes, I'm good.
Looking forward to this one?
Good to be back, man. Last time we played you guys,
Wasn't a good day, was it?
wasn't a good day for me. I was sat right there between, I think Lee was on this side, I was sat between Flex
Oh,
and,
of course it was
and
the
Expressions.
Euros.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wasn't such a good day for me, but hopefully today, yeah, we'll do better.
Listen, as I said before, this is a massive rivalry, isn't it, in football terms? We like getting one over the Germans, and the Germans like getting one over England, don't they?
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, like I said, today is a bit of a weird one. I was talking to Lee earlier, and I said to him, I feel like both teams won't take it that serious today. I've got this weird feeling.
Well,
I don't know.
Yeah, I think the thing is, we watched it the other day, Ty. I mean, the Hunger game, it just had a sort of
enjoy it.
Not really.
It had an end of the season feel to it, didn't it? Really? It was really poor quality of football, really.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, but it's to be expected, isn't it?
Well,
end of season.
I mean, we're all in the World Cup, so Germany are going to the World Cup, England are going to the World Cup.
Yes.
What's the point in these?
Well, I think it's a trophy, isn't it? I think it's a chance for somebody to get silver, isn't it? I suppose.
Is it the Aldi Cup? That sort of thing?
Oh, glorified friendlies, aren't they? That's what they are.
Well,
It's the same friendlies.
They're meant to be making it more competitive, rather than
yeah.
just playing friendlies. Would you just rather play friendlies?
No, not really, because I think at least it's a bit of silverware at the end of it for the team. So for the team,
There's a bit of silverware. If you win the friendly, I'll give you that.
No, but what I mean is, for the team that wins it, they're going to the World Cup on high, don't they? So I think it's good for possibly morale.
Is he right?
I think I get what Ty's saying though. It gives back this element of competitiveness. Do you know what I mean? These friendlies, sometimes you play against San Marino, you'll smash them 9-0. What's the point? What's the point? I think the Nations League, I remember at the beginning when they first announced it, all of us were like, the hell is this? What is this meant to be? But now, I feel like it's given a bit of, like I said, it's brought back this competitiveness between nations, and you actually play against good sides. You're able to, as a player, you're able to show yourself, showcase your skills, and maybe get a move here and there in the summer sometimes. So yeah, I feel like it's been weird in the beginning, but yeah, this Nations League kind of grew on me, man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I mean, we play a lot of football in England, Lee, with little or no breaks, mate. 3 friendlies in a week at the end of the season. Is it what you want to be seeing?
No, not really. Listen, this is all done for money. That's why it's done. It gives it them a competitive. They can sell it a little bit better as it's a Nations League and everything like that. Let's be honest with you. But at the end of the day, you really see this from a selfish point of view, and as more of a club person and international. I want all my players resting up now, going into the summer. I don't really want them to be playing in these games here. Yeah. Ultimately, they've got another week of this, haven't we? We've got, I think the last game, we've got a game Saturday, then another game Tuesday, then Saturday again, and then you've got about 3 weeks off before everybody's going to be back in pre-season again. So realistically, listen, it's not just England players; it's all players.
When does pre-season start for Arsenal again?
Normally goes back July, doesn't it?
But normally beginning of July. Normally, what they do is they have a little bit of a break.
See, that's you lot, because
internationals get an extra week off or whatever. But the fact of the matter is the season starts on August the 6th this time. Because, why is it starting early? Because of the World Cup.
Yeah.
Someone was saying to me today that the World Cup should, if it was a normal circumstance,
it would start on Friday.
Which is what what we're all used to and would all be looking forward to. But we've got a Winter World Cup because of financial stuff again, like you know. So I just feel it's a little bit.
OTT?
Yeah, I do. You know, listen, they're quite clever at doing it because they've got England, Germany. It's still a good game, whatever way you look at it, like that, you know. So, but when you look at the game against Hungary, you know, I was away, but I weren't even that bothered. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Like, do you want to watch England, Hungary? Well, you know.
If I must.
If I was at home, I would have watched it. But like, I was out and about, so it didn't really matter. Like, you know, but if it was a World Cup game, or you know, I'd be up for it. Like, you know. So even though maybe because I'm a little bit old school and all that, the Nations League and all that don't really.
I think you're right. If you're a player, then you're thinking about. You might not say it out loud, but you might think, okay, I've got another week of internationals. Then I've got 2.5 weeks of holidays, maybe 3. For you lot start pre-season Arsenal. Start of July. We start at the end of June because Ten Hag said, I want my players back 2 weeks before the actual pre-season. So United players, Harry Maguire and them lot, they've got how many weeks of holidays? A week and a half max? 10 days?
Which is not enough.
Which is not enough. Some of them are not even playing.
Do you know what I mean? So then they got to come back pre-season and then we go again. Then you've got the World Cup in between as well. Yeah. So if you're a player, you're looking at this and thinking, right, I didn't have no rest this year.
Yeah. But then Lee, you did say that it's the same for everyone. I don't think it is, and the problem is that the Premier League has got too many teams. 20 teams is too much. That's the problem. Too many teams.
20 teams too many for the Premier League?
I think so. It's too much because there's too many games.
Well, I don't agree with that.
I think it's got to be cut down to 16 to 18. Because that's why.
16? They're not going to do that.
They won't.
They won't do that, yeah.
But that's what I mean. Because then that way...
I think like Spain's got the same amount of games, haven't they? If I'm right, you know what I mean?
Think so,
I just think 20...
A lot of the leagues have got 20 teams.
Sorry?
A lot of leagues have got 20 teams.
Yeah.
Okay, then I stand convicted, but I think 20 is too much.
I'm just trying to get the... Sorry, just carry on talking.
Right.
I'm just trying to get the teams up.
I think 20 is too much. I really do.
Well, I think, you know, like, as you say, you've got all these international games afterwards. Now, say if it was a World Cup going into it, you'd have 2 or 3 games before it just to get in there. So this is what they're doing. These games will still be there.
Yeah.
They would.
But it's this season, I don't know how you guys feel about it. This season is going to be a complete...
I'm actually curious to see how this is all going to pan out. Like how are all the competitions in Europe just going to stop and then everybody's going to the World Cup? How many weeks or how many days are each nation going to have to prepare? Yeah. How many friendlies? When are you traveling to Qatar? When you finish the World Cup, or if you get knocked out, do you come straight back or do you go on holiday?
I don't know. No one knows, do it? It's
all a bit up in the air in a minute. Let's go through the teams then. In terms of England, it's away team first. Pickford, Trippier, Walker, Maguire, Stones, Phillips, Rice, Saka, Mount, Sterling and Kane. You'll see a lot of familiar names in that England lineup because that is the same team, apart from Bukayo Saka, who replaces Luke Shaw, is the same team that started the Euro 2020 final.
Yeah, that's right.
And Germany is Neuer, Schlotterbeck, Rudiger, Klostermann, Hoffmann, Gundogan, Kimmich, Raum, Müller, Musiala, is that? Musiala and Havertz. Two strong teams. Yep. Two really strong teams.
Really strong, yeah. So maybe I was wrong. Maybe they are taking it serious.
They're both going for it. As I said before, when it comes to England, Germany, is there a friendly? Is there any friendlies? Because they're both going to want bragging rights. They like beating each other, don't they? And Germany are going to have the Euro 2020 on their mind, and they got one over us. They've had a few over us before, but then you go back. There's the 5-1 in Germany. You know, there's a lot of bad blood there, isn't there? So it looks like they're going to be taking this seriously.
Yeah, definitely. Looking at both lineups, I think they'll both take it very serious, and I think we might see a very competitive game from the first minute. Germany will want to take revenge on what happened during the Euros. England would want to, win a game in this Nations League because they lost the first one, so you don't want to lose 2 on a bounce. And I think you got Italy next. Is it Italy next?
Italy, yeah.
So yeah, you want to make sure if you play for England, you want to make sure that you win this. So yeah, but I'm looking forward to this game, man.
Justice says Germany are playing their C team. Is that true?
I mean, yeah, we do have Gnabry and Sane on the bench, but
Serge.
They haven't had their best game against Italy, especially Sane. Sane has had a lot of criticism in Germany, even with Bayern. He hasn't been at his best since he came, really. He hasn't really hit the ground running. We haven't really seen the Sane that we all knew from Man City. We haven't seen him yet. So he's received a lot of criticism in Germany. So people are still waiting for him to, be that guy. Because you came for a lot of money. You went to Bayern Munich. They bought you for a big transfer fee. You're one of maybe your top 5 in terms of earners behind Lewandowski, Müller, and Neuer. You're earning a lot of money. So fans are expecting you to step up every single game, and he hasn't done that. So maybe that's why he's on the bench today.
Just going back to the debate about whether players are getting enough rest. The Big Beard says, doesn't matter if players take time off, they will be fresh and rested or rusty and out of form. If they play extra games, they'll be tired, ready to hit the ground running. So there's a few people making arguments about maybe that they can't have too much time off because they get like big fat. They come back looking like me.
There is that feeling that your body needs to rest. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it needs to rest 6, 7, 8 weeks. But don't forget, it's not just your body; it's
your mind as well. Yeah,
I think
that's it.
The players need at the very least a month off. The very least.
That's what I always say. A month. A month is the least they should get.
Anything less than that is not enough. It's not enough. And it's been shown that when there's been big tournaments, World Cup, Euros, and top players have come back too early, they've been injured as well, for big clubs as well. You know.
Just quick stat here, Manuel Neuer, Antonio Rudiger, Joshua Kimmich and Thomas Müller are the only players to retain their places as Germany makes 7 changes from Saturday's 1-1 draw with Italy.
Yeah, I think you need those leaders, and I think the names that you just mentioned there, they're leaders. You have to have them on the pitch, especially for the young players that are coming through. They need those senior figures in the team to have that confidence and have. If your head goes down, you've got a Müller next to you, you've got a Neuer behind you to, motivate you again, and do you know what I mean? Just keep your head up and play your game.
Well, we have got quite a few debutants in the England team that played on Saturday. We had Jared Bowen, obviously, who played for. I thought he was probably England's best player on the day.
I thought you might say that.
No, I really do. It was a poor game, mate. That's not saying much. I reckon you would have had a run around there.
I think he played well.
But there's not much in terms of experimentation here from Southgate today. And there is a few changes, as he says, for Germany. Do you think it's better to give players, like younger players and newer players, taste of these games? Because these are the ones you're going to be facing in the World Cup, isn't it? It's not going to be the Hungaries, it's going to be the Germanys, the Frances, the Italys.
Yeah, I think you're right on that. I like to see, like for instance, barring injury, that Kane's going to be playing, that Declan Rice is going to be playing. Raheem Sterling, Maguire, Maguire like that, I mean, but anyway, and probably Pickford. So, with the World Cup coming up in the middle of the season, I would rather, if I was manager, this is why I'm not a great lover, I'd say, right, well, there's a chance that one of them could get injured during the season, do you know what I mean? So I need to get whoever up and running as well, do you know what I mean? So, for instance, for me, Ramsdale should be playing in these games. If he's the backup goalkeeper, who's ever the main central defender, bring him in to play these games. Same with the midfield player, same with up front. Because if something did happen to Kane or something happened to one of them players, which could happen in like the last game of the season, I don't know when it is, you can do your hamstring, you're out of the World Cup. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So I think that there is a case for doing that. So in a game like this, Germany away, big crowd, hostile crowd, give it to someone like, I don't know if it's going to be Calvert-Lewin or who's going to be the front runner up there. Give him the go, see what he can do.
Abraham,
this pressure.
Is
Abraham, he's on the bench. Yeah, I'd like to see him today. Can he do it in a big game against this side? We know that Harry Kane can. But that's all I'd say.
I feel with you sometimes, when because I just don't understand how you can have a group of players with so much talent, and every single time you play a decent side or any game really, you just choose to have that negative approach every single time.
Down to the manager,
today again, 3-4-3. Why?
Down to the manager.
I feel for England fans. Like sometimes I look at your bench and I'm like, again, Grealish, why is he not starting today?
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that in a sec. Let me just get through these super chats quickly. Andrew S. donated £5. Thank you very much, Andrew. Says
Thank you.
England only have 5 games before the World Cup, all in the Nations League. They might feel like the end of the season friendlies, but they are important, which is a very good point.
Yeah, it is a good point.
And Blue Mickey donated $5 and
Thank
says
you.
Bellingham should have started over Phillips and plays his ball in Germany, so knows the opponent.
It's got a point as well.
Good point.
Yeah, very good point.
I mean,
It'd be disappointing to have played against Hungary
Yeah.
and then
not
not playing the German
Yeah.
game, you know.
but there is an Italy game coming up as well.
Yeah, but you know,
They're not going to the World Cup, are they?
Exactly. Saka playing down the left in a 3-4-3. The partnership of Rice and Phillips is back together for England for the first time since September. Obviously, Phillips had that long injury. Is that England's partnership going forward? He fancies them two, doesn't he?
yeah, he's going to play them too.
Yeah, it looks like
because that's all. Do you need, you know, like do you need both of them in certain games? No, but I think that because we were going to be very, very cautious with a back three and them two in there. If you think about it, you're going to have the 3 central defenders, the 2 wing backs, because Trippier and I think Saka's
playing in there tonight. Yeah.
But say anyway, so you got Trippier, who's more of a defender. Then you got them 2 in there. That's 6 players out of your starting 11, or 6, 7 because you got Clay the Co. So you got 4 attacking players. And that's when you come back to us being negative. You know what I mean? We should have more. And then you're leaving the likes of Grealish out of it. Foden's obviously not in because of COVID, but you know, like the options there are unbelievable.
It's crazy.
What we've got.
Well, it's a big decision. I mean, I can see in a way why he's playing his stronger team because he's trying a new formation. But as Aaron just said, it's a very negative. I find the 3 at the back very negative. I mean, West Ham play that when they don't want to concede goals, and I think, mate, is he compensating for because like Maguire's in there and he's not too confident with him at the minute? What do you think the fault is behind the formation change?
I ain't got a clue. I just think he's a very, very negative manager. I really do.
You're not a fan?
I'm not a fan. I'll tell you what, like, you know, two things that really get me with Gareth Southgate. He turns round and says, right, if you're not playing well for your club, you're not going to play for your country, right? So, for instance, Rashford, Sancho, not there. You know, Tyrone Mings can sit there and say to himself, right, you left out the side. Yeah, okay, I haven't been playing well. I get that. You know what I mean, like, and then like he sits on the coach or on his couch or whatever, and he looks at it and thinks, well, hold on a minute. The reason I'm not playing is because I'm not playing well, but Harry Maguire's still there.
Yep. There you go.
Do you know what I mean? Like, so I look at that and I think, well, hold on a minute. That's a little bit, you know, harsh on certain things there. And people say, he hasn't got anybody else. Well, you haven't got anybody else because you know why? You can continually playing him.
Yep.
Now, at the end of it, he shouldn't even be playing in Man United's team, which he hasn't towards the end of the season. And you look at it and you go, right, okay. And I'm going to bring up Smith Rowe here because I'm not being biased or anything like that because I don't know whether he should be in the squad or not. The reason you're not in the squad is because you're not playing. Right, okay, so you think, okay, right, so that's putting pressure on Arsenal to play him and all that. Then I look at it and John Stones don't play every week. You know what I mean? Harry Maguire hasn't played for I don't know how long. Trippier has not had a game for 3 months and he's back in the team. You know, so I just think there's one rule for one for another. And I look at it and I'm not too sure if that's good for the morale of the team and whatever, like, you know. Certain players are being left out. You know, a player like Smith Rowe comes in, right, and then all of a sudden he's left out again, like, you know what I mean? Well, do you rate him or don't you? You know, you obviously rate Maguire because you continually to keep playing him. And you continually keep playing somebody like Stones as well. And then you look at it now like Trent, in and out. So either you rate him or you don't.
It's very confusing, isn't it? Even listening to you explaining it, it's just very confusing.
Yeah. So I look at that and I think, as a player, I wouldn't be too impressed.
It's an odd one with Southgate because
I don't like him. I'm going to be honest. Out there.
Well,
and I'll tell you this now, right? Let's be honest, right? I'm going to be really honest with you, like, you know. Moyes turns around tomorrow and says he's leaving West Ham, right?
Yeah.
why wasn't he? Why wasn't he involved with Man United? Man United could go out and get whoever they want. Man United didn't go in for him we didn't sniff round him one bit. And I'll tell you that now. If Arteta leaves and Gareth Southgate come to the club, I'll be a season ticket back. You know what I mean? I don't want him.
That's a bit harshly.
No, but I don't think, let's be honest, would you want him at West Ham? I don't think you would.
I don't think he's
I think he's good.
we had this debate the
Well,
other night.
you'd have him at Arsenal.
I'm not saying that, but I think he's a good manager.
Yeah.
Club level, club management and international management are very, very different, aren't they?
Well, that's a fair point.
Yeah, maybe.
That's
I mean,
the best point you've said all day.
This is what we were saying. It's a bit of an odd one because I'm not going to say I'm a massive fan of the football we play, but there is no doubt in the progress that we've made under Southgate.
But we've been negative. Like Nick, we should have won. We should have won the Euros. If it had been positive.
Yeah,
let me just read out. Sorry, we'll talk about Germany 1 second, mate.
Yeah, go on.
England have reached the Euro final, lost on penalties. This is a super chat by Amir Now, by the way. Lost on penalties. A semi-final of the World Cup in 2018. England are in good hands. No need to berate the gaffer and the team. I agree with that, Lee. I must admit, I do agree with that because we've had these big name managers, and as you say, he's not pulled up any trees.
Every time he's come up against a good side, he's lost. Going to the World Cup. And
we beat Germany.
Yeah, all right. And at home, yeah, I'll give you that. In the Euros, didn't play. They played Belgium, lost to them. Played
Scotland.
When they got to Croatia, lost.
Lost, yeah.
And against Germany, yeah. But listen, I know I'm going to say this now. The Germany side is not the Germany side that I grew up watching. Like, you know what I mean? I'm sorry, it's not. Brazil is not the same Brazilian team that I see.
Favourites for the World Cup this year, Lee.
I don't. Still, I might be. The teams are not as strong as what they were. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'll go back to when. 98, for instance, when we played, we got knocked out by Argentina. If we'd have beaten Argentina, we'd have had to have played Holland. And if we got past Holland, we'd have had to have played Brazil. You know what I mean?
Wasn't that on penalties? David Batty had it saved, didn't he?
Yeah. So we, we was unlucky to go out against Argentina. But if we'd have gone through that, we'd have got Holland, you know what I mean? Then we'd have got like Brazil. Then we'd have played France in the final. No chance of getting through those sort of teams. You know, like. Italy, come on. It's the worst Italy team that I've seen for a very, very long while. And you're going to say, yeah, but they won the Euros. But
look at them now.
Look at them now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They was there for the taking. I don't care what anybody says. And we didn't.
Leading up to that World Cup, Lee, there was 20-odd games unbeaten.
Who were?
Italy, they were.
Oh, England were 18 or 19, weren't we, in competitive thing like, you know? So what's that to? Is that to that these teams are really good or there's weak opposition?
But this argument will rumble on, and I'll ask you, Ty, right? Yeah. Because I know you're a Southgate fan. You're always a positive person.
I try to be.
No, but I'm just saying, like, over the years since we won the World Cup, we've come nowhere near. Euro '96 was the closest we came to winning a tournament.
That's right.
In his two tournaments since he's taken over Southgate, he's taken us to a semi-final and a final. Now, whether you agree with the negative approach or don't agree with the negative approach, you can't deny that it's progress. And
right.
Yes, they're not the Germany teams or Brazil teams or the Holland teams or anything like that of the past, even Spain, you know what I mean? But we have got a talented bunch of players, and what we've done in this country over the years is we've got these big name managers in. You know, it was all English up until about Sven, I think it was. Sven was the first foreign manager, and then it was Capello. And these are big names in football.
Yeah.
I believe they didn't really get the English culture. The press is always going to be the ones that... With the press and stuff, I don't think they're as bad with Southgate. And maybe it's something that we need, is with a young side, they're very... Like what you could say about the teams of the early 2000s, late 90s, very competitive, split dressing rooms, didn't really talk to each other outside playing football. Yeah. This is a team that's together. This is a team that's looks like a bunch of mates out there. They understand each other. Yeah. They're willing to talk to each other. You can see it in these behind the scenes things. Yeah. And maybe the thing that we haven't had since the 60s is a manager that's had a long term. They're always looking from tournament to tournament, which I don't think is a wrong thing, but if you can see progression, regardless whether it be the football or you know, the team spirit or getting to finals. Surely they should give him time. Surely.
Absolutely. I do take Lee's point on about the players not playing, the players playing who are not informed. But like I said, I am a fan of Southgate. I'm even more of a fan of the way, and it's very underestimated, the way he leads the team off the pitch, the face of English football, and the way he can be humble, the way he comes across, the way he leads the team, and he speaks for the players, I think is brilliant. You know, and I think, like you said, I think he's done really well. And I'm going to have to give a shout out to Italy, the fact that I know they're not in the World Cup, but listen, if that's a bad Italy team and they've won the European Championship, a lot of teams would like to be that bad and still win things. You know. But yeah. No, I agree. I think you've got to give Southgate a chance. You've got to give him a chance because, like you said, no one has even come close. Like I said, I think it was Terry Venables, and I think Bobby Robson got
semi-finals. Yeah.
Yeah, in 1990. But like I said, that's the closest. But Southgate has become closer, and even though you could say what you want, I think England should have beaten Italy, but to go out on penalties is still very unlucky.
I just think with that game against Italy, we lost other tournaments, and I think, no regrets. We went for it. I think we went 1-0 up in that game, and we just sat back. And I just think...
It's probably the worst thing to happen to us, Lee, go 1-0 up that early.
Maybe.
I think.
Maybe.
Because, you know, it's unprecedented. Let me just read some super chats out here, and then we're going to get on to Germany. Maguire's not even England captain, so why does Southgate make an exception with his form? Also, Maddison must feel hard done by. Good point.
That's a great point.
Well, is the progress down to the manager? Says 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4 RBI. Donated $5. Where was the progress down to the manager, or the fact that England now have a better set of players than most other countries?
Well,
I would say this, right, in this argument. There is no better generation of English footballers since '66 than the one with Beckham, Scholes, Lampard, Shearer,
got some great players. Yeah.
And I think he's getting the best out of these guys. But I know there's going to be loads of debate in the chat, so I'm going to read out some of them in a minute. But Aaron, how far are Germany away from being at their best? We did see a depleted Germany team.
Yeah, I think we're in the middle of rebuilding the whole squad. Yeah, we're transitioning slowly. You know, some of the old players, quote unquote, have either retired or been, told not to come back. I'm thinking of Boateng, who's been told not to come back.
Who's that?
Jerome Boateng.
Really?
Yeah, he's been told. That was by Joachim Löw already. Told him not to come back after 2018 when we crashed out in the group stages. There was loads of players that have been told not to come back. Boateng, Muller as well at the time, but he got called back by Flick.
Whoa.
Cruz retired from international football.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of old players, going out. Sorry?
Ozil,
obviously, yeah. So there's a lot of new young players coming in, and it's I'm not gonna lie, it's weird to see because I've been used to seeing these old players for so long. The Phillips, the Cruzes, the Schweinsteigers, they're legends. So I was used to seeing them for 10 plus years, and all of a sudden they're all gone.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a weird one, but we're transitioning. We're making a team younger now. You see the likes of Musiala. I think Musiala's not even 20 yet. Yeah. Starting for Germany, playing for Bayern. So it's refreshing, man. But you need, like I said, you need those leading figures in the team, to help you get through the games and that. But yeah, it's very refreshing to see, new faces.
But then, sorry, Nicky.
No, go on, mate.
What I'll say to you, can I put to you, Aaron, is that it's just like memories from Premier League teams, which we won't speak about, probably later. Now you think Germany fans have been spoilt by what you've won? Because you've won everything.
We've definitely been spoiled.
And the only teams who have won everything, as far as I know, you can correct me if I'm wrong, are you, Italy, Spain, France, and Brazil.
Yes.
That's it. That's what I mean. Yeah. So what Germany have won, anyone would want to win that. So I think, like Lee was saying, he grew up with the legends. I can remember, I think, is it Litbarski? I can remember all those. That's what I mean. That's how far my memory goes back.
Yeah.
But when I was growing up, you knew that Germany were winners.
Yeah.
They were winners every time. Mm-hmm. But like I said, with football cycles, it's difficult to win all the time, which Germany used to do all the time, all the time, all the time, all the time, all the time. You know. So I'm just thinking now, is it a bit of a dip for Germany? And is that something that really can't be labelled against the team because the team have won everything?
It is a dip, and you know what? It's
Sorry,
funny
Nicky,
because
by the way, to interrupt.
No,
it's,
all right.
it's hard for us to accept that dip. That's the thing. It's very hard to accept because, like you said, we're used to winning. We're used to, before the tournament, we knew, we're going to the semi-finals at least.
Yeah.
But now we're going into tournaments. The last one last year, I was like, listen, if we get through the group stages, I'll be fine.
Wow.
And we got through the group stages, but it was literally, it was so close. Remember,
That wasn't great, was it?
We had to beat Hungary, and we drew against Hungary to get through the group stages.
Yeah.
So I think this has definitely humbled us. There's a lot of people that still struggle to accept, like I said, that this is a dip and it is a transitioning phase, and we have to get through it and accept that some of these players are not well beaters. We have to accept that because we've been used to, from front to back, goalkeeper to striker, well beaters. That's all we knew for 10 plus, maybe 12, 15 years in a row. And now we've got all these young guys who haven't really won nothing yet. So we need to get used to that. And a lot of people haven't quite accepted it yet.
We have kicked off, by the way.
Yes,
the game has kicked off.
Yeah, you've been spoiled, haven't you? That's what it is. That's what you do
Definitely.
when you spoiled. Because
Definitely.
when you win everything, you're used to that. I think before we go on, Nicky, we didn't touch upon it. We did speak about off air, and I would say again about it's just disappointing
I mean, straight away. That's good play, that, by the way.
about the 7 arrests in Germany of so-called alleged England fans, and the fact that I don't know if it was, I think it's 2 days ago, an alleged England fan was caught at the airport trying to bring a knife.
Yeah, well,
You know, and it's so disappointing and quite really sad.
give away a corner. It is disappointing, yeah.
You know,
you are right.
You know, I hope, and what we hope is that it goes off fine. And you know, the England fans and Germany fans that are traveling to the game get there in peace and come back in peace, just like the whole of the England squad and the England team and the Germany squad team.
Of course. Let me just read out a couple of these super chats quickly. Ty, would you rather see Nigeria win a World Cup or Arsenal win a Champions League?
I'm always asked that, and it's probably
Be careful, yeah.
the only thing I'm saying.
Oh, back post.
is both.
England at 6s and 7s at the minute.
I really can't answer. I think Nigeria winning the World Cup would be a bigger achievement, possibly. But
I don't know. Have you seen Arsenal these days?
yes, I have, and Nicky's.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
Yeah, it's how Nicky,
You know what?
He's in the hot seat.
I
Better run in Europe League.
Actually, you know what? I'll leave you, Nicky. You're right.
And one more super chat. Ty, the USA has 4 World Cups, 4 gold medals, and 16 Confederation Championships. How does it feel to England to be the Tottenham of international football?
Well, I wouldn't say that because England have won the World Cup in 1966. So, not every team can say they've won the World Cup. The USA can't say they won the World Cup, can they? But
Not a lot of teams can, mate.
exactly. So what I would say, back into the answer to the question, Nicky,
Get away.
relatedly, is Nigeria winning the World Cup would be a big
referee,
achievement. But I have to go for club football, and just by a bit, I'd say Arsenal to win the Champions League.
Kane
only
tried
by
to
a
draw
bit.
his foul as he usually did. The
And
referee
it didn't
didn't give it, then he laid on the ball in the penalty area.
It wouldn't been a penalty, but it was definitely not unfair, unsportsmanly conduct that goes down to. Like,
Ungentlemanly conduct. Well done, Lee. Judges took hospitality.
well, we can't have that put at Mr. Kane, can we?
See, this is another thing I don't get. You're playing a 3-4-3. Your left wing back is
Over the top,
Trippier.
Sterling's got to get there, wouldn't he? Oh,
I think Trippier's playing left back, isn't he?
He's playing left wing back and Saka's playing right wing back, which doesn't make sense.
No, I think he's playing left back.
So it's a 4.
They've got a 4 at the back, yeah. Trippier's playing left back.
No, because it's a
Walker's
3.
right back, Stones and Maguire.
Oh.
That's what it looked like just then.
that's a good ball by man. That's right.
Germany's side as well.
There's a corner. No,
It's
it
really
doesn't.
good. Throw in.
I think that's what they're doing now. I think. So 4-3-3.
Yes, Antonio. You know, people saying Real Madrid replaced Pepe with Pepe.
I think we've got an audio problem.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Pepe
we're going to be
what?
back in 2 seconds. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Pepe, what Pepe? Pepe from us.
No,
no.
they're saying Real Madrid replaced Pepe, the defender,
Yeah.
with the new Pepe, Rudiger.
What's it?
And we're back. Sorry about that. You got to sort that out, boys. Corner comes in from England. England had a decent chance while he was gone.
Germany have started before. England are getting back.
Both have. Both teams have. There's been chances both ends.
It's not cautious at all.
Kane. Kane. Oh, Neuer palms it down.
Good keeper, isn't he, Neuer?
He is a good keeper, yeah.
Who's keeper?
Still going at what, 35,
Is he
36?
35 now?
Is that how old he is?
Yeah.
I don't remember him in his 20s, man.
Yeah,
He had a massive injury as well.
very,
So the fact that he's back to where he's playing is amazing because he's been injured for a long
very
time.
long time, yeah. Like, practically a whole season, I think.
Yeah.
Ty Quadruple says
Funny.
Ty owes Jason £1,000.
Do I?
Yeah, he does, yeah.
What Jason is that?
You know what Jason is.
Do I? None of your business, mate. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Jason's just put up there, I need that soon.
Jason has said, you can't see this. Jason has said, for the person that made that comment, Ty has paid my money. Okay, so that's it. All right, and that's coming from Jason himself.
That's not what he just
Ali
put up there.
Mohammed asked, just quickly, what do you think of Man City trying to get Saka?
I think it's as boring as Harry Kane not winning anything. It's not going to happen. Okay.
Listen, I'll tell you this now. I'll be more worried about it next year if Arsenal have another season.
I ain't
like
worried
that.
at all. I'm not worried at all.
I've always said, if Saka keeps playing the way he plays now, within 2 years, if the big boys come calling,
They
Arsenal need to
can
be worried.
come calling as much as they
Arsenal
like.
need to be worried.
Yeah, Arsenal
All
need
they
to sort, unless Arsenal start.
We're not worried.
Unless
Sign a
Torre
bit of
fight for the
ambition.
Champions
They
League.
took
have to
Torre,
wait.
they
Listen.
took Ali Bayor,
Yes.
they took
Nasri.
Nasri.
Del
Clichy.
Clichy. Yes.
They ripped your
Yeah,
team to
yeah.
pieces, really.
No, but the thing
Torre.
is-
Torre.
Torre.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you what,
Yeah.
though. I will
Yeah.
say this.
Sanya.
I'll come back.
I will,
Yeah.
I will
I'll come
say
back.
this. I will say this. When our owner has just signed off a $95 million for one player in the NFL, you know what I mean? Like it'll be interesting to see what he does in this summer because I'll tell you that now.
Oh, wow.
You know, I mean, like
That's
if you're spending that sort of money on a player there, you can do it for us.
Well, the reason why I said I'm not worried is that you are right. Samit, I'll break down all of them. They bought Emmanuel, yes. Emmanuel was a fantastic player for us. He scored 30 goals until he 40, and until he had a brainwave.
Phillips is in trouble here.
Oh no.
He's gone down. There was a clash of knees.
Oh no.
They put the ball out.
Oh,
Yeah,
actually,
he's
doesn't
done.
keep
It's him and Kimmich, and I think Phillips is really struggling here, and that's not a good thing to see after, as I said, he's just come back from a massive injury.
Yeah.
It's his first
Exactly.
game,
He's
international
not been
game
lucky this
since
season,
back.
has he?
No, he hasn't. And it was no coincidence that Leeds' form dipped when he wasn't
When he was
playing as well.
injured. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Nicky, Aaron. I'll go back
Let's
to
have a look.
and Lee. Sorry, those players.
It's like just a dead leg, I think.
Yeah.
Let's hope it's all right.
Some of
But
those
they're
ones
nasty,
that don't
mate.
look nice, that are just a little nick, sometimes they're the worst ones, you know.
Yeah. No, it's true.
With a dead leg, mate, it's one of the worst ones.
Yeah.
Like you think about dead leg, and you think, I'll just get up and play on. But trust me, like for a couple of days, mate, that's where the worst pain going. There is some. He's shaking his head, Phillips.
I think he's off, you know.
Well, that's a shame if he is on. Southgate as
I
well.
remember playing once, first minute.
Who's going to replace?
Oh, good question.
Better
I'd say
come
Gallagher. I like Gallagher.
He's all right. He's just got. I remember getting a dead leg, played it, got it in the first minute of the game, and think, right, I can run that off.
Yeah.
It just gets worse, doesn't it?
Oh, God,
Yeah, it
I
just
couldn't.
gets
I was
worse.
in absolute agony.
Oh really?
Yeah, I had to come off after a minute for a dead leg.
Let's see. Yeah, I'll go back to that question.
Yeah.
About the Man
Didn't
City.
seem
players.
very interested in that.
Yeah, no, because I'm gonna explain that. Like I said, I ain't worried. Emmanuel, yes, like I said, Emmanuel playing fantastic for us. He scored 30 goals until he thought he started to believe. he was Thierry Henry, and that's fine. But he wasn't Thierry, so he left. You know, I think he got tapped up. The fame got to his head. You're right. They did sign Bakary. Bakary was a fantastic servant for us.
Good turn.
You know, he left. Fair enough. They did sign Samer. Samer did nothing. Very arrogant, very big-headed, and even said afterwards, "I wish I left. I didn't leave Arsenal." Kolo was already an invincible with us, and so was Gael Clichy. So, like I said, I'm not worried
What
about
about him, Clichy? They took about 6 players of you.
Yeah, no, but those players were winners already. Gael won the league at Man City, but he'd already won the league with us. Coleman already won the league with us as well. So I'm not worried about that.
It's a shout for handball there.
I don't know why, and this is the thing that really pains me. We sold all those players.
Yeah.
Good
and
tackle.
we're still paying off the stadium, you know what I mean?
Yes, that's true. That's true. That's a good point, actually. But like I said, so I'm not really worried. Like I said, I think Bukayo will stay because he's like, dare I say it, going to our women's team, Vivian Miedema. She's just signed a new contract. She's one of the best players in Europe. We won nothing last season when we should have won the league. She stayed. So what it's going to be is that we're not going to let it get to a stage where Bukayo's looking elsewhere. So whatever Bukayo's doing, we're going to have to say, Bukayo, listen, here's still the best place to play, and we can still offer you what you want. So I ain't worried at all. Man City can come.
Better than Manchester City type.
Yeah, at some point.
I'm not worried because the thing is, it's like the alleged transfer of Jesus. If he goes to Man, Lee. If he goes to Man City, we'll say to him, it's all right, Bukayo, go to Man City if you want to sit on the bench every week.
Well, stay with us. Do that because he's too good for that. Exactly. What I'm saying is that is the problem is that
Phillips is done. He's gone down again.
Is that if you've got
that's a shame.
Yeah, if you've got
that's a shame.
It's a goal, but it's been.
If you've got someone like Saka, somewhere along the line, he's going to want to win things.
Yeah, and that's why we have.
And that's why if we're not doing that,
it's Bellingham.
Then we're not going to be in that position. So.
Exactly. That's why I'm not worried.
So Arsenal have got to show ambition in the next couple of years, otherwise he will be gone.
And that's my point with Vivian, because a lot of people will say, no, Vivian's leaving. She actually stayed and she came out and said that winning elsewhere wouldn't be the same.
It's a different ball game.
No,
it's different.
It is, but it's also the same thing. She wants to win the Champions League. So we've said to her, listen, we're going to match your ambition. And that's why she's staying.
My point with Saka is this. If Arsenal don't qualify for Champions League next season, has Saka ever played Champions League? I don't think so. No. At one point in his career, he would want to play Champions League.
Of course he will.
So if that doesn't happen in the next 2 years, I think he will be gone.
That's a great point because what I'm saying, Harry Kane has played Champions League football and he wanted to go. He still wanted to go last year.
Yeah.
It's not always necessarily about winning things, you know. No. With Harry Kane, I don't think like if Harry Kane was to leave to stay at Tottenham and
win nothing,
it would
and
still make him
and win nothing.
Nah, it'd still be. He's had a great career, like, you know.
Would it though be? I don't think
because he's a Tottenham legend. He's scored loads of goals for England.
Yeah, but that's
and also he's played Champions League football.
Would he be a legend if what?
Yeah, he said he would be a Tottenham legend.
Harry Kane.
Tottenham legend, yeah, of course.
But I don't think that's a great career. Winning nothing wouldn't be a great career.
But there you go. Like,
but that's Tottenham's ambition, isn't it?
And there's a thing that he stayed at one club all his career.
Absolutely.
So I give it.
That's true.
He has played Champions League football.
He has.
He has played in a Champions League final. He has played in a League Cup final.
He has.
So at the end of it, Saka hasn't got that opportunity.
Yes.
So he will look at it and go, right, I'm not going to get that at Arsenal. Like, Harry Kane's had those opportunities to win things at Tottenham. Yes,
but he's won. No, Lee, and you're right. But the facts are he's won nothing because Bukayo's already won the FA Cup. So Harry Kane
didn't start him.
It doesn't matter. When you put him and Harry Kane's medals together, he would say that you might be in captain, you might have done this, but I've got an FA Cup. What have you got?
Who's had the better career?
Bukayo's just started.
No, but like, at the end of the day, he's played in
but he's won nothing.
Champions League final.
Yeah, fair enough. But to me, obviously
he's played Saka hasn't even played in the Champions League.
He hasn't, but he's still got an FA Cup medal, which Harry Kane would die for. So then it depends what you want.
At the end of it, there is at some stage, Aaron's right, at some stage he is going to want to play Champions League
not-
football.
and-
And Arsenal have got to provide that in the next couple of years.
Yes.
Otherwise, it won't happen.
I'm agreeing with Aaron. That's why I'm saying I'm not worried. Because
Liam Saho said, Lee giving a Tottenham player credit, am I in the multiverse?
Well, listen, the funny thing is, right, listen, I can't speak for Lee. As long as you know I'm not. So don't confuse me with giving Tottenham any credit. The only credit I'll give Tottenham is bad credit. Old mobile phone joke. Actually, no, it's not actually, because you can have bad credit for financial stuff. Just joking.
Daniel Barefoot said, my God, turn his microphone.
No, I'm saying, but going back to
Well,
Harry Kane.
turn off your
I'm still
microphone.
saying that with Harry Kane. Just going back to Harry Kane, my point being that he's played in the Champions League final.
Oh, my God. Bad pass back.
He's played in cup finals.
Who was that?
He's still wanted to leave Tottenham.
Has he played in the FA Cup final? I don't think he has.
He's played in the League Cup final.
Yeah, Lee.
But my point is, even with all of that,
He still wants to leave, yes.
Champions League football, he still wanted to leave.
Yes, that's true.
So
That's
Saka's going to be in that same position.
No, but that's,
Listen, we've got the same situation with Rice. You've just got to provide something.
but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
it.
saying. That's why I'm not worried. Because when you've got a big asset like that,
I'm worried.
you either shape up or you. That's what I mean. All the
He's not going to be happy with conference football every year or Europa League.
not.
football.
Yeah, why
it's
would he
not
be?
even-
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like,
But then-
and that's not a dig at West Ham, he's not going to be happy with that.
This is why I said, sorry. If, let's say, if Saka decides to stay next season and you don't make Champions League, but the season after that, if Man City come calling, he will go.
Yeah, but that's.
Wait. Before you answer that, I've just got a couple of super chats.
Yeah.
2Pick91 says, if England scored that goal and it was disallowed, Ty would cry about the ref for the next 5 years.
What are you talking about?
And Rajesh says, Sancho deserves to be in the squad. What do you guys think? I think you're wrong, to be honest. He doesn't.
The thing is
it's
with
a bit of a weird one
Sancho,
with
in one reason he does deserve it because
I agree.
form don't really matter if you're
Exactly.
if you're a Southgate favourite.
True.
That's a good
But
point.
ultimately where he's a little bit unlucky is that there's
He's
been
very unlucky.
the Saka has come in and done really well. Probably before the Euros, he was probably in front of Saka. He's not now. He's a million miles behind him. But also Bowen's come in and hit form.
Yeah.
He needs to start next season in
On
form.
fire, yeah.
It's on fire, basically.
And at the moment, I feel that
Well, one.
I just feel that maybe the move to Man
talking about,
United
boys.
wasn't
That's
the
what I'm
right
talking
one.
about.
Germany coming
Open
forward
up.
again.
Possibly.
Good tackle,
Good
Declan
tackle,
Rice.
Good tackle.
Possibly.
Just another super chat quickly. Tyso Salt Bay sprinkling him over a stake somewhere. Kane will be the greatest Spurs, England and Premier League scorer of all time.
Yeah, he will be, and he will win nothing. So that'd be great, innit? So when he finishes his career, he'll say, I'm Harry Kane, I'm a Tottenham legend, and I won nothing.
It's
Great.
a great ball.
That'd be great. That'd be great. I'll love that. And I won nothing. Sorry.
Listen, since the beginning of the show, there was a poll, and it's just finished. Should Southgate be replaced? 70% said yes, he should.
Wow. Whew.
70% to
Wow.
30%
That's
said
strong.
he should be replaced.
And also, sorry everyone, can I also add to that? And also, they'll ask him, was it the right decision to leave Arsenal? And he'll say, no, it wasn't. That's
But I'm
it.
saying that 70%. I do believe, and this is that, if England, with this team, if we had a top manager.
Which you have, I think.
No.
Southgate is-
Who do you get, Lee? Who
Exactly.
do you get?
That was going to be my next question.
Yeah, who?
If he leaves, who'd you get?
Exactly.
I don't, well,
Exactly.
Before he got the Newcastle job, I would have said Eddie Howe.
You think he'd be a
if
good
we're going to
club
go
manager?
down the
I mean, a good
English route,
international
I
manager.
think Potter's a better manager than him.
Than Southgate?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
But what's he done? I don't know.
Listen, well, he's done a lot more than what Southgate.
But has he though? What have Brighton really done?
Southgate's fallen into this job, and he because of
It was the
what
fault,
happened-
really, with
Yeah.
Allardyce.
but-
Yeah, with Sam Allardyce.
Oh,
yeah.
my,
Yeah.
the crook. You mean Allardyce the crook?
Exactly. Well, we could also get in Tony Pulis. He could
Oh
come in and
my
do the
gosh.
job. Like that.
Listen,
Would you support
Imagine
England
that.
then if Tony Pulis was England manager?
I will support England to get Pulis out. Yeah. I'll be picketing. I want Pulis to
The only
leave.
one I can think of at the minute is Mike Bassett.
You know what?
The reason,
Nicky,
being
don't
serious,
start
the
me on
reason
that.
that he's got
That
the job
film is
because what you just said.
unbelievable.
There ain't a great lot of English managers about, is
That
there?
is-
Yeah,
No,
but,
not
yeah,
really.
but-
That's a fact.
But Lee, you're saying that it's just like the players in the Championship. They have to be found because these managers come from somewhere, don't they? They have to be
Yeah.
found. So I don't know. I don't know. We don't know if that's true. Because you can
Do you know who
only,
would have made a good
I don't-
England
I don't
manager?
believe they have
Just
to be
could
found.
have
I
been a
think-
good
of
England
course,
manager.
the legend, which never was, isn't it?
A good England manager.
I know what you're going to say.
Yeah, he should have been.
Brian Clough,
I,
yeah.
I agree
Nah.
with you to a certain
Oh, no.
extent. I believe that these
Arsene Wenger
managers.
should have took over after.
Yeah, that's true. I'm glad he didn't, but he would have been
I
good.
believe
He
that
would've
these
been
managers have to be found, but
They
at
have
the
to
same
be
time,
found.
I think
Yeah.
he would,
At the same
with
time,
his
they have to
attacking
prove
way
themselves
of
as
all
well.
these players would have been
That's
really,
true. That's
really
true.
good.
But they only they'd
He's
have
got
to
a dead
get
leg,
chance,
he
wouldn't
has.
they?
Absolutely. You can tell.
No, by the way, Nicky, that Mike Bassett England manager is one of the funniest films
Yeah,
I've
it's
ever
good
seen.
film.
That is
Good
absolutely brilliant. The classic being when there was rumours he's going to resign, and he has a press conference to say he's staying.
I'll tell you what I see the other day. I see on Netflix the other day. If you've got Netflix,
Obviously, other streaming outlets are
get a
available.
film called Express. It's about an American football back in the 50s.
Oh, okay,
True story.
really?
And it was, I never knew about him or whatever. I just watched it. I think yesterday or the day before. Unbelievable.
What's the name of the?
It's going to be
called
feisty,
Express.
this game.
Yeah.
And it
What's the name of the American footballer? Is he a legend?
his name, he got me now.
He's going to have a Google.
I'm going to have a Google right what his name is.
So that's
USA
also.
will beat England. I guarantee you Iran will beat England or draw.
What's that? Who's saying that? How do you know that though? So it's all right now to underestimate England now.
No.
Oh.
It's all right to underestimate. How do you know that? You don't know
Right,
that.
we've got super chats flying in here, boys. When Tottenham win a trophy under Conte, you better high tie out.
Yeah, when
The
Tottenham
internet
win the trophy
will
under
banter roasting
Conte,
will never end.
I
Way
will
to
be a
dodge the
great,
previous chat, by the way.
great granddad. So it's never gonna happen.
Forget the Trent and Reece debate, says Dubsky. Forget the Trent and Reece debate. They both don't play big games for England.
Oh, I don't know about that. That's a
Aaron
bit
DWH says,
Go on.
oh,
Oh,
Germany
it's
through.
Machin, easy.
One. And a goal.
Yeah, Bruder.
harsh. Yes, one.
Oh, he's
Offside.
given offside, I
Offside.
think.
It's not a goal.
That's offside.
Is he off?
Yeah, it's off because he's not celebrating.
I'm sure VAR will be
Is there
looking at
VAR in
that.
this game?
I don't know.
It is a goal. It has been disallowed as it stands, but I'm sure VAR will be having a look at that.
Yeah, he's off.
He's offside by a mile.
Yeah, he's offside. Yeah, he's off.
Aaron DWH says, Ty is right. Klopp, Pep starting in the second division.
Yes, that's right. I think with Barcelona B or some. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so
Barcelona
you know.
B. Yeah.
Yeah, so you know, it's true.
Rajesh says, so according to Ty, Lampard is greater than Gerrard.
I never said that. I never
I
said
think
that.
it's logic.
Yeah, it's just it's the
What
logic.
logic about what?
When you said that championship managers have to be found and stuff, when you said talking about championship managers,
Championship manager, yeah.
Yeah.
and Lampard managed in the championship.
Yeah, no. Excuse me. Can you please? I was talking about players. Players. Not managers. Players. I wasn't talking about managers, I was talking about players.
Cameron Delvey says, Ty, problem is everyone underestimates Iran.
Well, fair enough. But then Iran shouldn't be underestimated, but nor should England. Yeah, that's a good point. That's good. That's fair enough. I agree with that. I don't think you should. I don't think you can underestimate Iran at all. No, it's true.
Wait, so hold on. Ooh, I think they're looking to see
Maybe
if
they're looking
someone
at a red
touched it.
card.
Ernie
Yes.
Davis, was that player's name.
Who?
Ernie Davis was
Oh
his name.
wow.
I've
Okay.
heard of Ernie Davis.
He was like, if you ever get to watch that film, watch it.
Okay.
Wait,
What's
so
it called?
what are they
Express.
looking at?
called
He's looking at
Express.
something, the referee
He
here.
is.
Well, what's he going on about?
I
here?
don't know. Something. It's not thing. It's not. It's not cut and dry.
Goal check.
It's a verb.
It was
What
definitely
does that
offside.
say, Aaron?
Torwart überprüft.
Well,
Unless it went off
is
to
being
somebody's
checked.
head.
Oh.
Offside, yeah.
Offside.
Offside. Okay.
I don't
Original
even think-
decision
I
stands.
don't even think it was a debate.
No.
Yeah, he was off. He was off.
I think that they might have been checking the foul as well. So England take the free kick. It's a lively
Beautiful
game,
ball.
this one.
It is.
It's better than the hungry game.
But like we were saying, Lee. So then, what? So if you're Bukayo or Harry Kane, what would you choose then? Because if I'm Bukayo, I might say Harry Kane might have all the experience, but I've got an FA Cup medal.
Listen,
Winners' medal.
I'm, if I was Saka at the moment, and this is how I feel about it at the moment,
Yeah.
I'm staying at Arsenal for the next couple of years, whatever happens, right? But if
There
Arsenal
is an argument that
are not showing the ambition of what I require as a footballer,
Yes.
then I'm off.
But then there
Saka
could be
did
the
really
argument
well there.
with these players leaving, the managers could say to them, we know you want to win stuff. It's not easy, but if you leave, how can we build? Isn't it?
Not worried about
Yeah,
that.
but-
sorry,
No, but then,
that's-
and also, we can also say, we can also say this to Bukayo, and I'm not, this is me playing.
Jack
advocate.
Grealish loved Aston Villa.
He did.
But it was a time, and there was
Perfect
a time.
example.
Was a
Perfect
time when he's had to leave, and that's
Which
it.
is
like,
true,
you know what I mean?
but to be fair to Jack Grealish, I didn't hear him coming out saying he's leaving. Aston Villa
No.
accept 100 million. What's he going to do? Is he going to stay? They could have said, "Oh no, we don't want to take."
No,
money."
he could have turned around and said, "I don't want to leave."
He could have, but once they accepted the
Sure,
money,
there's an
it's different.
agreement.
It was in his
There's an
contract.
agreement, though. There's an
Of course it is.
agreement.
It was in his
And
contract.
there'd be
Fair
an
enough.
agreement with Saka, wouldn't there?
Fair enough, but then Grealish has gone to a super team, hasn't he? Hasn't he? He's gone.
No
to,
one's talking about Trent leaving Liverpool. are they?
Exactly.
Why?
Listen,
Why?
Because he's winning.
Because he's
Oh,
winning all
chance
the
for
time.
Kane there. I think
He's a
the
chance
referee
of
gave it
winning.
a
He's
free
doing all that.
But
That-
Bukayo
that-
still won the FA Cup, and to me that's big, because if I'm Mikel, I say to him, listen, Bukayo, in our worst season, look at what we won. So when we get players
He
in,
hasn't won
you
nothing
got
for
to stay
2 years.
Yeah,
patient.
but when is that going to
Yeah.
be? And
Well,
wait, how old is he now, Bukayo?
He's
He's
about-
only 20 years of age, so he's got
Don't
plenty
think,
of time.
do you know what? I
21.
don't think the referee did give a foul there.
Oh really?
No, he didn't.
And Kane's just
It's
blasted that one over.
I think what it is that Bukayo, even though I'm just saying, Bukayo has to be patient. But
You
I'm
just
sure he
have
will.
to, Ty, I think it just comes to a time where you're just going to have to accept it, that Arsenal, at the minute, as it stands,
Listen,
within the next
do you
3-4
think-
years, England through here?
Oh,
Square?
Why did he
No.
shoot?
Do
He's
you
got
think
past-
Paul Pogba would leave Man United if they were winning things? Like, of course he wouldn't.
No.
No.
Why has he left?
Yes, but they're not the same age. And also another thing is, and I'm not saying it. Let me get it
I
straight.
agree. I agree. I think there's an age where you should move. I think there's an age because we've seen players go too young. Yeah.
22 is a good age to move.
We've seen like, the likes of Scott Sinclair.
Well, it's not for
and-
Bukayo's
and-
not.
and-
He's got
and,
5 more years left.
Scott
at Arsenal.
Sinclair, yes, that's true.
And the
He's
guy
got
that
more
was
than
at
that.
Everton, what is
Oh,
his
that's
name?
25
Germany
years old.
come through. Good block by Maguire.
Humble shouts.
Referee.
No?
Yeah, go on, Nicky. Sorry.
Sorry, I'm just concentrating on the game.
Oh, I thought it was going over his head.
You've seen the likes of Scott Sinclair and the guy that was
That's
at Everton.
right.
What was his name that went to Man City and flopped? He ended up at Sunderland getting
Everton.
paid.
Jack Rodwell.
Rodwell.
Yes,
I think they
that's
was a
right.
bit too young to go to City
Yes.
because they just, they were still in the development stage of their career. I think
Yeah.
they needed to get a few more Premier League games
Yep.
under their belt.
Yep.
There are the exceptions. I think Rice would fit in at City. I think he would. I think he would.
yeah.
He would do really
Yeah,
well at
yeah.
City. He's played enough games at a
Yeah.
young age. But Saka's getting there as well.
He is, but
He's
then
getting there.
Oh my
he is,
God,
but then,
what was
but then
that?
also, like I said, Bukayo is a very humble young man.
He's a very humble young
I've
man.
had the pleasure to
but-
chat to him. If I was Mikel as well, I'd also say to him, listen, Bukayo, I know you want to win things, but don't forget where you came from as well, which I don't think he will.
So what?
That's
How
what I
long?
mean.
How long would you want him to stay at Arsenal? Until what age?
Until his last game in professional football.
Good.
But obviously, I don't know if that's going to happen. But the thing is,
Saka?
I want. Ooh.
Squeeze it back to Kane. Struck by
Listen.
Bellingham. Struck that one. That was a
It's-
nice strike. That one.
It's like this, Aaron. You look at Cesc now.
Yeah.
Now, I wasn't happy. I didn't boo Cesc.
Right, hold up. Before you go into that, because
Yeah.
we have been talking about this for 25 minutes now.
Yeah. Go on.
There is a couple of super chats. Will Will Stewart, THFC rant says Tottenham's league title and England's World Cup are just a few years apart. You can't
Really?
claim to be one and diminish the other. The same.
I didn't. No, I diminished that Tottenham won nothing. I didn't diminish
AFC David says I think Martial would be a great fit for Arsenal.
that. Well, I don't. I think he's
I
left.
don't disagree. That's
I don't.
That's a good shout.
But if he's left to go to Spain, I can't see him coming back to the Premier League.
He's coming back.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
is
was-
it?
He was
He's
on
coming
loan.
Oh, so he didn't go. I thought he went
No,
permanently.
yeah, he was on loan.
Yeah, and also, Len, let me go on the
A
record saying
couple
that
of teams have balked at his demands as well.
I don't see Manchester United selling him to us as well. So
I think
that's a
I
no-go.
think they'd sell him to anyone that would take him. To be
Well,
honest,
I
yeah.
don't know. Maybe, but
Dara Sherifat says Iran are underrated. In the last World Cup, they drew
Yeah.
with Portugal and beat Morocco. Narrowly missed out
Yes.
qualifying for the round of 16.
That is
Nobody's taking them
That's true.
them lightly. I
That's
think.
true.
Look, we've been England fans way too long.
Yeah,
to
but
take
again, it's
anyone
another.
lightly.
It's a group you bite your hand off for.
Yeah,
Come on, mate. Yeah.
exactly.
it is, but then you also have to win those games, isn't it? But yeah. Also,
Oh,
yeah.
another England player
Oh,
down.
my
I think
gosh.
that's Walker.
It's not looking good.
Trippier, that is.
Trippier.
Is it
Yeah.
Trippier? Sorry,
Trippier.
yeah, it is
He
Trippier.
landed on his ankle, didn't he?
It's a shoulder, I think. Oh, that's a nasty one, mate. That could be a collarbone. That.
Both could be paired,
Yeah,
you know.
don't look good.
What's happened to him?
Oh, he caught his, it was his elbow that caught his ankle, wasn't it?
And this is before the World Cup. My gosh.
I'll tell you what, they're both
World
in a
Cup's
bit
in
of pain.
December, mate. I think they'll be all right.
Well, let's hope so. Let's hope so. If you're a Newcastle fan, you're getting worried, aren't you? Like
Yeah, well, you don't, exactly. You don't want him being injured this time of the season, do you?
No, I think, yeah, I think what it is, Aaron, is that's what like I said, I went back to Cesc. I look at Cesc now. I wasn't happy that he went to Chelsea, but he left when he went to Barcelona. That was fine. What I don't want, let's say Bukayo would leave, which I don't think he will. I want Bukayo to give it a good shot. If you have, then that's fine. But Samir was very arrogant when he left us. He didn't do anything. Give it a good shot. Cesc now, he won the FA Cup with us. That's all he won, but at least it's something. He gave it a good shot, so he went to Barcelona with our blessing. But you can't just go when you're this big thing and not give it a chance. Give it a chance. If it doesn't work out,
Right,
it'll work out for Cesc.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Ali Ahmed says World Cup predictions.
Okay, what about them? Well, who's going to win it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well,
who do you think the favourites and
Well, the favourites will be
France.
Brazil, Germany, France, Holland, and Spain.
Holland have
And then
improved
England.
dramatically.
And then England. Those would be my favourites. But I would say I don't know. But I would
in
never.
the betting.
Sorry.
In the betting, if you go
Yeah.
to the bookies
I know
today,
England's second favourites.
England are second favourites
Behind
alongside
Brazil.
France, behind Brazil.
But then you can never bet against Brazil. You can never get.
Brazil got a decent
I
side,
think
but
for the first time, Brazil have gotten to the point where it's not just Neymar. and the
Neymar, yes,
rest.
yeah.
They,
Because they've got-
actually got a team
yeah,
now.
they've got a team.
Yeah, but
of
Even if
players.
Neymar doesn't step up, you still got the likes of Richarlison, Rafinha, you got Jesus, you got Coutinho.
Yes.
Their stats. So I
Yes.
think Brazil.
Brazil, got some
Yeah,
very
yeah, but-
good
Yeah.
players.
Yeah, but Aaron, you're saying that, but see, you know this, but they've got
Sterling's
these players.
pulled up now.
It's what it is that.
Oh Lord,
He's
Oh
gone
my God,
down.
This is terrible.
Holding his
holding his
hamstring.
hamstrings. Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, that don't look good.
Oh my. This is
No
terrible.
one around him at the time.
Oh, let's hope he's all right.
He really looks hurt. He's going to definitely be coming off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the
Hamstring's gone. Maybe you're seeing fatigue. Long seasons for these
That's what I
guys.
mean. That's what I mean. Oh, Jude Bellingham. Yeah, but like
Maybe
I said,
Bowen's going to come on.
maybe he deserves to. Let's have a look.
Oh
Oh,
no,
it's an
impact.
No,
It is an impact.
He's all right. That's an impact.
Yeah, but Aaron, you're saying this, but then it
Dead leg. Another dead leg.
Yeah. You're saying that, but you know about this. What about Anthony? This is what I'm saying, but the thing,
That's another one, yeah.
because like I said before on the stream against Hungary, here we're very insular. We never seem to know anyone outside the Premier League. That Brazil team, their young players keep on coming and coming and coming.
Yeah.
So much so that,
It's like France.
yeah, so much so that I don't even know, I'll be honest, I don't even know about the Brazil players. But when I see the game, like Gavi for instance, I only saw about Gavi because he's on the game. He's 17. That's the only reason why I've heard of Gavi. And he's a wicked, that's what I'm saying. So,
PK knows about Gavi.
Gavi, so that's what you
didn't.
So the thing
his
is,
own work, hasn't he?
you're saying that, but you see, so it's because that's all they know is Neymar. But if you know that Brazil team, they're rolling. There's so many, but
crazy,
they only
innit?
concentrate on Neymar.
Yeah.
You know,
Because he's the main man.
they won the Olympics, didn't they?
Yeah.
You know, so you know what I mean. Don't sleep on Brazil. To
Okay,
me-
let me read out a couple of super chats. I
Yeah.
do want to read out some normal chats as well.
Yeah.
It's not just super chats, but super
Yeah.
chats are appreciated. They're not expected, but they are appreciated. Giovanni Lopez says, Ty just went through the 5 stages of grief.
for what? For football?
Regine Roper says,
I don't think so.
$10 says, I'm sorry, Ty, but no ambitious player is going to be happy with one FA Cup. There is a reason why City
Well,
are able to keep
listen,
their best,
Harry Kane
attract
is-
the best.
Let him finish. That's
Sorry,
a great point.
They win things continuously.
Well, listen, if Harry Kane can stay at Tottenham, then Bukayo can stay at us. Because Harry Kane's won nothing and he's still there. And Bukayo's won an FA Cup. So there's the answer to that.
Kane
Thank
didn't want to
you.
leave.
Huh?
He was desperate to leave.
He was, but he's still there, isn't he? So then
he's
that
got no
nullifies the
choice.
argument. Sorry?
No,
got no
nobody's
choice.
Yeah,
going to
because
buy
he
him
was
now.
a mug and have to sign a 10-year fucking
And that
contract,
is
wasn't he?
true.
like?
So exactly. And look at their stages, different stages of the career. Like I said,
Saka's only got 2 years left.
he has, but Bukayo just needs to give it a shot. If it doesn't
He's
work,
got 2
it doesn't
years
work.
left. He's not signing a new deal. I'm telling you now.
Of course he is.
He's not.
Of course he is. Of
No,
course he is.
he's signing a deal.
Of course he
but
is.
it'll be-
Because there was rumours last season he was going to sign him. So, don't worry
Someone
about
give
that.
Big Beard says, someone give Ty a pizza or popcorn to shut him up for 5 minutes.
Why don't you shut up yourself? All right.
No, we
Easy
don't
now.
need none of that.
Easy.
None of that. Ty, please.
What do you mean? What about in the comments?
Do you want some more popcorn?
No, give it to the salty person who just made a comment.
Lone Star Londoner says, Rice, Phillips and Saka must play Champions League football.
Oh, let's hope they all will. Let's hope they all will. Thank you, Lee.
There's nobody there.
You got.
It's true, because just like I want Bukayo, just what I want like a Bukayo, I would love to see Declan Rice stay at West Ham as well. And do what Mark Noble did.
Even if we got to the top 4 next season, even if we got there,
Yeah.
I think he'd stay for the Champions League campaign.
Yeah.
But realistically, we're not going to be in it. We're not going to compete for it for a start.
Okay.
And we're not going to be in it probably in the next year. You know?
Okay, so
when
then-
there's teams after you, like, and I accept that with Rice. Rice is too good to be playing Europa Conference.
But,
Look, listen, we had a.
So
we had
what teams he go to? Because
First of all,
there's only a
for what?
couple of teams that guarantee the
For
Champions
what?
League
Well,
football every year.
Well,
Real
then-
Madrid are meant to be after him.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but then
I'm talking in the Premier League because in the Premier League, you're not. If you want to come to the Premier League, you're not guaranteed that you can play Champions League football every
Unless
year.
you join Manchester City, I believe, for the next 10 years.
Unless you're Manchester City, I don't want to get Liverpool's back and all that, but Liverpool only scraped into the Champions League last season.
Yeah,
That's true, yeah, that is true.
yeah.
It's not a guarantee. If you sign for a Premier League club, apart from Man City,
That's a great ball.
you're going to be in Champions League.
Amazing ball.
Looked up. Muller. Oh.
But then, so then,
Wasn't Muller.
so then,
Havertz.
oh, Havertz cut his hair, isn't it? But then the question is, Nicky, what then makes Declan Rice stay? What
Nothing.
Makes, nothing. Even David Moyes speaking to him and all that.
Don't worry about David Moyes.
So then, are you always going to be a centre club? I'm not saying that you are. How do you get your players to stay? How do you?
Unless we can find someone who's got probably £5 billion and we can
It's the
spend
money.
it,
Yeah, money.
nothing. Because players like Declan Rice at West Ham, let's be honest, West Ham, if we was to start building now, just like City were, City ain't really been a competitive team for the first 5 years, 6 years, of when they got their money, right?
Yeah.
By the time they got to like winning the leagues and that, it was 5-6 years on.
Yeah.
You know, they had a couple of seasons even when they had the money, just like Newcastle would go through. Great. Sorry.
Great bit of play that.
Oh,
Oh, that was a difficult ball. That.
that was a difficult one. Pickford's got to get this. I don't know
did
why
he
he's
catch
punched that.
Why is this?
But he's given a free kick, I think. No, he hasn't. He's given a
He
throw.
hasn't given a free kick.
Has he given a free kick?
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't know
that's
what he's
why-
given here.
Right.
5-6
interesting.
years,
Yeah.
even if you've got a billionaire coming, right? He was
Yeah.
offside in the first instance. By the time that gets to that, Rice is 29. He could have won 5 trophies before then.
Yeah,
6
but
trophies,
the grass
7
is not
trophies,
always
8
greener, though,
trophies.
is it? That's all I would say.
It is when you want to win trophies.
Yeah, but you have to.
It
be
depends
lucky
on
as
your. Declan Rice has been offered an 8-year deal at West Ham worth £200,000 a week.
Yeah.
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 It's fantastic money.
Yeah.
That's life-changing money for anybody. Yeah.
I will say
But
this.
he's not going to sign it because money. He can earn money anywhere he goes.
Yeah.
It's trophies.
Yeah, I will say
Yeah.
this, but
Yeah.
it would mean more to
To
win
him.
one trophy
With West Ham. Than the
at
millions
West
with
Ham
Man City. Exactly.
than win 4 or 5 at
But look at the
And
players.
that's what Vivian said.
But look at the players you can play with. Look at the manager you can work under. Like, and this is no disrespect to Arteta or Moyes, but
Well done,
you know,
Gundogan.
you're talking about even if you join Liverpool, you know, they're classed as the 2 best managers in world football.
Yeah,
at the
but I
minute.
will say, do you think
Yes.
that Jack Grealish has enjoyed his season?
Well, he
I think
enjoyed,
yes.
he enjoyed the drink at the end of the season.
Yeah,
I know
but
that.
I think he's not been the main man that he was at Aston Villa.
But
He had a much more enjoyable season at Aston Villa being the main
But
man.
That's true, but
He won the Premier League.
exactly.
Yeah,
And that's
but,
the ultimate.
But ultimately, you know,
Ultimately, very good.
he's
Very good,
he's
ultimately, I like that,
Thank
Lee.
you very much. He's still not a regular player in that side.
Yeah, but do you think
No,
he cares?
He will be though. He will be.
He will be. But do you think he cares?
Yeah,
He's won the league. No, he
I
doesn't.
think he does.
Oh,
but
fantastic.
I, as a footballer, I would like to be thinking like, you know, you get up in the morning, you train.
Yes.
At the weekend, I like to think I'm walking in that dressing room 90% sure I'm going to be playing,
Yes.
not
Yes.
50%.
Yes, you can play but he can play his whole career with Aston Villa win nothing, or
I'm not saying Aston Villa. There comes a time when you will want to leave, which we're saying about Saka.
Oh, yeah,
But
well,
at
let's
this
hope it doesn't
moment in time, if I'm Declan Rice, I'm looking at it and thinking, well, I'm playing week in, week out.
exactly.
right? At the club that I love, the club that brought me into football. I know that, is he a Chelsea fan? I'm not too sure if he is.
He was a Chelsea fan.
But
he was a
ultimately,
Chelsea
that doesn't
fan.
matter. He's been brought through the ranks at West Ham.
Exactly.
But there will come a stage when he thinks, right, I'm never going to win nothing at West Ham. Not saying that that's going to happen.
No, I agree, Lee.
But
Nor am I.
so then the decision is, I'm going to go.
But it's
and that is exactly the same decision that Saka will have as well.
But it's personal,
I
isn't
hope
it? Because even when you look at even the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, right? At the time, Man United were winning things. They were winning European
But
Cup.
not enough. For
They
him
were
to
winning
not
Premier
to
League.
stay.
It's personal journeys more than
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
It's their personal journey.
Yeah.
Declan Rice and I think anyone worth their salt in football, you know, there's a lot of players that are never going to reach the top. But when you're within you're playing for your country, you're classed as one of the best players in the Premier League or whatever. There's something inside them saying, I can be the best in the world here. I can be the best in the world in this position. Yeah. And that's where I'm going to go on. I'm going to have lots of success. I'm going to be the best in the world, classed as the best in the world. That's what Ronaldo always was.
Yes, but the
That's it.
difference between Ronaldo and the difference between Saka and the difference between what's that is that he's grown up in Portugal, dreaming of playing for Real Madrid. He never dreamed of playing for Man United, right? Because he was no, I mean that.
That's
I'm
true.
not
Yeah,
doing this disrespect.
No, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Because he was tagged to go to
Oh,
Arsenal.
lay
He was
off,
tagged
lay
to go
off,
to
lay
other
off.
clubs.
Havertz?
No, don't. Oh,
It's in there. You know, he's never gonna. Was it Sporting Lisbon? It was his
That's
home.
a bit
His
foul.
team.
Oh,
He's always going to leave Sporting Lisbon. You know what I mean? Like, if he was, you know, Wayne Rooney is a great example of Wayne Rooney. Great example. Young, talented, best player at the time, 17, 18, wasn't he? Right. Everton was his team. Supported him. He's got a tattoo of Everton, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still left for Man United.
He won his team then.
Because again, in his position,
And
Weren't gonna win
celebrating.
nothing.
he wasn't going to win anything in Everton. And personal journeys, the chance to work under Sir Alex Ferguson, I'm sure, was something that he couldn't turn down. And
A
that's-
lot of players did.
That's the difference in some players. There's going to be players out here, not playing for England, but there's going to be players in the Premier League that just want money. Because they know that realistically they're not going to be the best in their position.
There's players in that Germany team.
yes,
right?
Antonio.
There's players in that Germany
Talking
team,
about.
right? That's dream is to play for Bayern Munich,
Yes.
not Arsenal, not Man United,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And that's how it is.
Yeah.
You know, when you're built in England, you know, you're probably your dream is to play for the Arsenals or the Man Uniteds or the Liverpools of this world. Not the Man Cities, not the Chelseas.
That's true. That's true.
You know what I mean? Like, because
That's true.
they weren't.
They're new breed, aren't they?
They're a new breed, exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe now, like, you're growing into an era where kids are growing up, oh, I want to support Chelsea now and I want to support Man United.
Man City.
Sorry, Man City,
Man City.
sorry. But ultimately, growing up, when I was growing up, the three main teams that you would want to play for were Liverpool, Man United and Arsenal.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, whether you like it or not, teams left Manchester City to go and play for Liverpool or Arsenal or whatever, like, you know, left Chelsea to go and play for Manchester United. Ray Wilkins left Chelsea
Yeah.
to play for Man United.
That's
like,
true.
you know what I mean? Like, because that's
Yeah,
how it
yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Nearly at half
Yeah.
time.
But then, having said that, though, I just want to say that all this thing about Bukayo going to Man City is just a load of media hyped up rubbish. And you can quote me on that. Because what it is that we've got a fantastic player, and already now teams are trying to settle in. It's just rubbish.
Why
I just
would it
think
be
it's
rubbish? Because if
It's absolute rubbish.
Yeah, but if the big teams weren't coming for him, that means he's not good.
No, it doesn't. Why should it?
Why should they not come for him?
Why should they come for him when they know
Because
they're not
he's a
gonna
good
get anywhere?
player.
Yeah.
It's absolutely normal.
But then that means then every team is coming for everyone, then, isn't it? That means every good player, everyone.
or they probably
just
see
think
the
if-
potential that he could fit in that team.
Yeah.
For example, I can see him at Man City.
Yeah, I'm sure you can.
Mahrez is
but-
past
but-
30, right?
I could see him at Liverpool.
What's that?
I can see him at Liverpool as well.
Possibly. Yeah, but trust me, Aaron, I know how these media people work. I won't say on it, but I've spoken to players.
The other issue is, which
Strike.
is, which is
Good save,
which is a
Pickford.
big thing, is that if you say for instance, Man City do say, well, we'll give you 100 million for him this month.
Then we say goodbye, Manchester City. It's nice to know you.
I'm not so sure of these owners, Ty.
Well, I am. The thing is, like, and the reason why I say it's rubbish, because I won't say on air, Aaron, but I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
There was one time, I won't name the player. There was
8
one
minutes injury time.
Yeah,
8 minutes.
Because a lot of injuries, isn't it?
Oh.
There was one time that I saw in paper on text that one of our players was meant to go to somewhere. I saw him at a reserve game and I said, is it true he was going somewhere? He said no. That's what I'm saying. So the paper just whip up a lot of rubbish.
but
Saka's in here.
that's one example.
Good save, Neuer.
That's one example. There's a loads I can give you. Like the famous time, with the time, I'll bring it up to us and you. The time when we were battling head to head in the league, the rumours that Vieira was going to Manchester United. I remember the paper that probably had the biggest football laugh of my football career when they said, here's the picture from Patrick Vieira saying, okay, Ferguson, I'll join you. Absolute rubbish. That's what I'm saying. So they make up something out of nothing.
Yeah, but we know that. That's
what I'm saying. So
though.
that's what I'm saying. It's rubbish. It's rubbish.
That doesn't mean he's going to stay at Arsenal for.
And
I'm not saying that.
Also, listen, they did try to sign him.
Who?
Man United.
Oh.
They did try to sign him.
Maybe they did.
But they were interested.
Yeah,
because
we were interested.
Maybe
why,
they did.
why wouldn't they be?
Maybe they did, but I'll say it again, Lee. This is the actual
Different
quote.
time.
Yeah,
Different time.
I know. But the quote was...
Arsenal were competing then.
Yeah, and
Let me just read out some super chats
Yeah.
because again we've been talking about this for 40 minutes now.
He still won't admit it that he.
I mean, what? What's that to me?
That he might
Yeah,
want
because
to leave.
staying. No, because staying, man. Yeah, go on, Nicky, sorry.
Ty's a member of Drangheta. He signed Mike Dean. Don't know what that means.
What?
Whammy Sammy says on Saka's new deal, how much money is he going to ask for considering Nketiah was on 100k a week?
I don't know.
He's going to want double, isn't he?
Ty,
knows?
last time Arsenal was in Champions League, Saka was in the under-15s.
And he's got an FA Cup medal. So what's your point?
Lamin Soho said, don't argue with Ty, you're arguing against logic.
Oh, yeah, no, that's why. I'm logical, you're not. Goodbye.
If Sesklev left, who is Saka?
Cesc won the FA Cup, my friend. And Cesc was there for 6 years, all right? Okay?
Arsenal need to
Cesc was
add-
always
Okay.
going to leave because he's Barcelona, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but Cesc was there for a while.
Abby Shetty says Arsenal need to add to their core. They've got a promising team.
Absolutely.
Ty, we know you like Saka, but money talks. What about Bale?
What
That's a good
What
point.
about Bale? Bale left nobodies to become somebody. Okay?
I think Bale's a very talented footballer.
Yeah, but he left
Would you
nobodies
take him
to
at
become
West Ham?
somebodies.
That's a good little.
Do you know what? I would.
But would he be welcome there, though?
Why wouldn't it be?
Because he's the next Tottenham player, that's why. What do you mean, why wouldn't he be?
Well, they've welcomed Teddy Sheringham there.
That's true. That's true. That's a good point, actually.
There was talks
It'd be
that he
sort of
obviously
club he
he
could
was the
go.
hero the other night. That was a fantastic free kick as well. He's a very, very talented footballer.
He is.
I do question whether his heart's in football at the minute because I think that he likes money.
Exactly.
He's got all the
Well,
talent in the world.
I don't know if-
There's talks that he would even be at the moment because Wales were in the World Cup. There was talks of him if Wales didn't get to the World Cup of packing up altogether.
Which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But seeing as they are in a World Cup, he wants a short-term deal to get him to the World Cup. And there was talks of him even going to Cardiff.
I've heard
That's right, yeah.
Because he's a
that.
Cardiff boy, he wants to go home. It looks like he's finished with Football League. Strike! Oh my goodness me! What a strike that
Yeah,
was!
he wants to go home until the big club come calling. It's interesting, Nicky. You're one of the few that said Bale is interested in money. If Bale was a foreign player, he would get lambasted. But because he's British now, he's not getting no criticism. Even though he stayed at Real Madrid and ran down his contract, which other players have done, and they've been hammered for it. But when Gareth Bale does it, it's
something
okay.
like 8 years on
Can you imagine?
£300,000 a week.
crazy.
No, but what's
He's
crazy is the fact that if he was foreign, he would be hammered. And
I agree.
He
I
did go
agree.
to Tottenham.
Totally
What's a
agree.
ball that is?
Listen, Real Madrid have got. I think he done fantastically well. I actually watched him in a final, and I've actually, when he was at Real Madrid, he was an unbelievable player. But he has tarnished his time at Real Madrid over the last couple of years by not leaving and things like that.
But it's okay, Lee. He doesn't get hammered.
It's not okay with the Real Madrid fans.
No, it's not, but it's okay.
He went on loan, and there's a lot of bad blood there, isn't there, between him and Zidane? Loads of bad blood there.
Apparently. But then when Mesut did it, Mesut got hammered. But what is the difference between Bale and Mesut? The fact is, Mesut actually left. Gareth Bale won his contract down, but suddenly Gareth Bale's the hero and Mesut is the villain. Will you work that out?
I think a great club. Listen, he's won more there than a lot of players. I think there's a few.
The
players
first
in
few
there.
years, he's contributed fantastically well.
He has, but
fantastically well.
No, he has. But what I see is when it's a foreign player, if a foreign player did what Bale did, he would be hammered. Why is he's sucking Real Madrid dry? But because it's Bale, oh no, it's all right. I remember even hearing in the media outlets, which I won't name, them saying, oh yeah, why shouldn't he run down his contract? But yet Mesut now, people, disgraces like Piers Morgan was saying that, oh, look at him, he's milking us dry. That's what I'm saying. Look at the double standards.
Yeah, but it Piers Morgan can worry about Real Madrid, nor am I.
No. But one second,
but Real Madrid. Listen, I'll say it again. Real Madrid fans and that have got the hump with him, like what you're saying.
Absolutely.
Well, when you're holding up flags when you're playing for Wales in the last tournament, saying like Wales, Golf, Madrid in that order, and you know you're still playing there. You got 3-4 years.
2 years ago.
To be fair, he got absolutely hammered by Madrid.
Yeah,
fans
and 2 years ago he should have said to Real Madrid, "I'll tear up that contract like Mesut Ozil did," but he didn't.
Yeah.
And he's stuck around there. Actually, he's stuck around there for the last year. You know, as a Real Madrid fan, let's get this right about Gareth Bale, and you're right about this. He's played 20 minutes in the last 2 months, I think, 3 months. But he's played and run his heart out for Wales.
Yeah.
In that World Cup. You know, that's rubbing salt in the wounds as far as a lot of Real Madrid fans are concerned. He's not welcome back there.
We've all got them.
That's true.
Of course we have.
We've all got them in
He's
our
not
squad,
welcome
so
back there,
That's
like,
true.
you know.
But then,
Aubameyang was like that in the last knock-ins of his Arsenal career. He just didn't want to be there.
Yeah,
Well,
once you
I
don't
don't
want
know
to
about
be, you know. But obviously, like it'd be very, very interesting. Look, for Gareth Bale, he's got no financial worries whatsoever. Right, he's on a. So for the next 6 months, and I'll tell you what, like, if he goes safe for West Ham, as a West Ham fan, you wouldn't be happy if he just signed for 6 months, just to get him through to a World Cup. That ain't no good to you know what I mean? That's he's got to have to commit. But I think he'd be a good signing for the likes of West Ham. Do you know what? He'd be a good signing for Arsenal. Do you know what I mean?
he's a gooner, isn't he?
So like,
But
That's a great ball, good tackle.
But on the flip side, can I just say on the flip side, right? From what I saw, he was very badly treated by Real Madrid fans at Real Madrid. Well, there was even one time when his car was going past and they actually was attacking his car. And they were apparently booing him as well.
Yeah.
So there are two sides to the story.
Yeah, but one thing you got to know about Real Madrid fans are probably up there with the most ungrateful fans I've ever seen in my life. I mean, they booed Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well,
their top goal scorer of all time.
Well, then you should know well, Aaron. Manchester United as well then.
I wouldn't say ungrateful.
I'm not ungrateful, Aaron.
I wouldn't say because when Van Persie comes back, when he came back with Fenerbahce and he scored,
Not
we
ungrateful.
gave him a standing ovation.
Okay. So let's use the extreme example. Look at when Tevez came back.
Harry Maguire.
Yeah, but Tevez done the match.
No, listen, I know.
Tevez was
I know what he did, but I know it's a bit extreme. But a bottle was thrown at Tevez, and that's absolutely ridiculous. A bottle was thrown at Tevez.
A bottle was thrown at Di
He's
Maria as
living
well.
now, Saka.
Di Maria when he came back with PSG.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So then, that's terrible, isn't it? That's even worse
No,
than
but
ungrateful.
I mean in terms of appreciating what a player done for your club. Real Madrid are the worst.
I don't know, but can you say that?
First warning, Ty.
Yeah, for what? First warning for them.
That was from earlier.
Right. It is half time, ladies and gentlemen.
He just noticed that.
It is half time. It is 0-0.
Yes, it is, yeah.
Aaron, what do you think of the first half there? Scrappy?
At times, yeah. But I think Germany largely dominated this first half.
The better quality, right?
The better quality is just that, lack of in that final third, we need to find that quality and finish properly. England, Jesus Christ, I don't know what's going on. If this is the side that's favourite for the World Cup, I don't know.
But can you really tell by this though? I don't know if you can really tell.
Yeah, but this is meant to be your strongest team, right?
Well,
Yeah, but
we've only created a couple of chances.
Harry
Saka,
Kane, I've not seen Harry Kane have a chance. Apart from that corner when he skied it, apart from that chance, I haven't seen anything. And this is meant to be, someone in the comments said England's got 5 games.
5 games?
5 games before the World Cup. They're not playing any games after this. If this is the way if this is your preparation for the World Cup, I don't know, man.
But then this would be great because then everyone will underestimate England, wouldn't they? If they think what
It's
England will do.
0-0 at this moment in time, so I'm not
true.
like.
I don't think it's
I'm just
been
not
as
It's
bad
not a
for
bad
him.
result. It's
Personally,
not
I
a
don't think-
bad. But I hear what Aaron's saying. The performance hasn't been great from us, is it?
No, it wasn't great the other night either.
No.
It wasn't great the other night either, but I think this has been a little bit better. I think it's been a quite competitive game.
We're still in it, aren't we?
We're still in it. Some scrappy games and better moments of quality from Germany, but we have had our chances. Let's take some of these comments because someone said Ty's eating the kernels now. Is that true?
No, Colonels is in the army, by the way. So no, I'm not.
What's kernels?
It's the little, you know, the little unpopped bits of popcorn. at the
Colonels,
bottom of the bowl.
Colonels, you know.
I never knew that.
You didn't know. You didn't.
It's like the little,
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
like
the
the
wild
seeds in there.
Hospitality.
Well, because in
Actually-
hospitality they're all soft, don't they? Like, yeah,
This is a Colonel, yeah.
They don't
This
let
is
the kernel get
Oh,
through.
right.
no.
So I'm not
Okay.
eating. I'm not eating a Colonel.
cool,
That's
cool.
Colonel, yeah. Okay, so I'm not eating the Colonel.
You've left your kernels on the floor.
Oh, right. Let me grab some sweets. I didn't know. You want some, Nicky?
I'll have
here.
a couple of
Here,
sweets,
here.
yeah.
Since you
Right,
are,
let's take another
since
super
you are
chat.
host,
Tony,
which one? I'll give. You can choose which one.
No,
you
go on,
want.
mate, you choose.
No, you are the host.
Go on, I'll have them ones then. Wonder if people will still be saying how nice Southgate is in 4 years and 3 more tournaments of being dumped out by the first tough
And
team.
if he wins things,
England
what would
play.
they be saying then?
You know what? I know this is probably jumping the gun, but I personally don't think Southgate will ever win anything with England.
Really, why say that?
He's just, I don't know, his way of seeing football is just way too negative, and I think at the World Cup you might get a few surprises because the World Cup's not going to be.
Go on, mate.
Thank you very much, Jason.
The World Cup is not the Euros. Like, I don't think England will have, that easy run that they had in 2018. What was it? 2018? Tunisia, Panama, Belgium. You choked. Then Colombia. Sweden, Croatia, you choked. Belgium in the third place game, you choked. So there's a bit of a pattern there. Every time you come up against a decent side with a nice setup, you choke.
I think it can be different, isn't it?
I think USA might actually surprise you,
A lot of people saying England are anti-football. Do you agree with that?
Of course not. Of course not.
Come on, with these players, man, you
Anti-football.
should be battering teams. I'm talking 3-0 easy with this team. Come on, man.
Yeah, but football's not always that easy, is it?
Would you make any changes? Half time.
Not at the moment.
For
I'd wait.
England,
Yeah.
I'd take out Mason Mount and put Grealish.
Oh, do you know what? I was the best player. Exactly the same thing.
I'd wait
Mason
for the
Mount,
first 15 minutes, see how it goes.
pretty poor in that first half. He doesn't belong on the wing. I don't know what he's doing out there.
This is what I mean. Southgate, I don't know how he...
Maybe he's
his
accommodating.
way of seeing football is just, why would you play Mason Mount on the
Well,
wings when he doesn't do that for Chelsea?
It's not only that. You've got so many talented players there. You've got the likes of Bowen. You've got the likes of Grealish.
Yeah.
All sitting on the bench tonight. And he's got Mason Mount on the wing. It's like
And I know he's not playing today because of COVID, but
Jordan.
he does that with Foden,
Foden as well, yeah.
He puts Foden out on the wing. Why?
Okay, there's a poll. Who's going to be the World Cup winner? Oh, they just got it off there.
Oh, bring it
I
back.
think the top of
There he is.
the top of the poll was 42% say Brazil, 29% say France, 21% say England, and 6% say Spain.
Spain. To
What
be
about
fair,
Belgium? We've got about Belgium.
That's true. Nah, I don't think Belgium will do anything. I think their time is over now. They've had those
golden
these are the
generation.
tournaments they should have at least been contenders to win something. Euros 2016 should have been contenders. Got dumped out by Wales. 2018 got dumped out by what was it? France. 2021 lost to a very poor Italy side. Very poor. I think their time is done now, and their players are not getting younger. This is meant to be their golden generation.
That game against Wales was some game, wasn't it?
That was amazing, yeah.
Robson Kanu and I remember that.
Unbelievable.
I think their time's over now. They've had their chances to win stuff. They haven't done it. It's finished.
Possibly.
We have got a couple more super chats here. Lots of super chats tonight. Keep them coming, guys. Rice shouldn't just leave just for ambition, but Stoll needs to improve in possession. A manager like Tuchel might help him and use him in a Marquinhos role. He's not going to Chelsea, mate.
Exactly. He ain't going to Chelsea.
he's not gonna
Matthew Jones, £1.79 says, ask Ty why he pretends to be Nigerian. Why he pretends he is Nigerian. He's English.
So you didn't hear me say I'm English.
Mr.
I'm
Hussein
English.
says,
My
Declan Rice
parents
plays
are-
anti-football, sideways
He is
only.
English, but he chooses to support Nigeria.
Mr. Hussein says, Declan Rice plays anti-football sideways only. That is not true, my friend.
That's not true.
Go and have a look at the stats. You'll be very, very surprised.
I am English. My parents are Nigerian. And yes, I do support Nigeria, but obviously want England to win.
Spain's golden generation was Xavi's team.
Yeah.
Southgate is as bad as Arteta, says Toffee 20.
Really?
VR
But yeah,
Sports.
Mikel's won a trophy.
Jason,
So what are you chatting about?
would you like to see Ty doing an eating challenge?
I'll tell you what, listen, he'd win it hands down. We went out last week, like, and the food was there. There came a big platter like that. Within 2 minutes, he was chewing my fingers because he thought it was food. Like, I mean,
Well,
like, it was unreal.
He's actually got it wrong.
Unreal.
He's got it wrong. Lee's got it wrong on 2 occasions. First of all, he turned up late. So he wouldn't know when he came.
I see you never invite me out for nothing to eat. You scared?
Oh
I
no,
might
just
give you a run for your money.
No, this was a quiz.
AFTV, we've done quite well at
Nicky.
it.
That's what it was.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Thai versus food. That is it. I think they're going to do it.
No, put me up
I
against.
told you, put him in something and then fill him up like.
Put me up against Tottenham fans. It'll be an easy
I said,
verbal battle.
get in one of them. You know them popcorn sacks.
Yeah, he said.
You have a dash.
I'm
Do
not
you know
that
them
small.
popcorn sacks that they take in the cinema to fill up the.
Oh,
machines, yeah?
you can eat one of
Put
them.
him in there and let him eat his way out.
Yeah, we could do. I'll
I'm
tell you,
not that small.
you see him before the half hour, I tell you, like, his head will be popping up.
Popping up very good,
Yeah,
the
right,
job.
yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Ty would hoover up food like a Dyson, says Splash.
Oh, he would do. I'll tell you what, you know
Obviously,
what I mean?
other washing appliances are available.
Eat himself out, like, you know what I mean? He'd be out.
or sweeping
He'd like
the
be
pipes.
Houdini out of the water, wouldn't he? Like, coming out of the popcorn.
Would you do like the hot wing challenge?
No, I don't
Do you like
eat meat.
spicy food? No.
Spicy food?
No, I don't eat meat.
No?
Penalties are literally a lottery. Easily,
He eats everything but.
Not everything. no.
what that's.
And let's just say, for the record,
I had this platter of food,
we weren't
right?
talking about food.
Was it
before
a
any-
platter of
fucking
food? It was
rubbish.
about that
That's true,
big.
Because I know what's going to happen next.
It was that big, it was platter of food like that, right?
What was it? Turkish?
No, it was just,
No, it was
like,
just
just
a
all
platter,
sorts
like
of
a
things.
platter.
Like prawns.
Prawns.
And
Yeah.
onion rings.
He finished, when he came, he finished it off. No one could get near him as he came.
I'm starving hungry as well, like, do you know what I mean?
I know,
But
Jace, come on, mate.
I was starving hungry.
No,
but
he means, yeah, he
I was
means,
late getting there, and then and the food was all, and you know what I mean, it was mutilated. I just want to put it like that. Like, I mean,
there was still a lot
the
there.
nachos, there weren't many nachos left, was there?
No, it was all right. It was all right. It was all right for you.
Yeah, I had
You still had a
I had a
nice-
couple. Right,
If Jason ordered a large pizza now and it got
Did
in
he?
before the end of the stream, could you eat it?
yeah.
Not all of it. No way. I couldn't eat all of it.
I reckon you
I
would.
could eat half of it.
Oh, that's a good question.
I could eat half of it.
I
but
want to see
couldn't-
this.
I couldn't eat all of it. No. I could eat half. But not
Jace,
all
order a pizza and I'll pay for it.
He'd eat it like.
What
you know
pizza
I
do you want?
of it.
He'd have a
Vegetarian
vegetable,
piece.
Vegetarian.
As long as it's got no meat. But I can't. I'll eat half of it. But then that'd be too greedy because there's 4 of us here. So I couldn't eat
No,
all
but
of
I
it.
remember
it's a
once.
challenge.
I remember once
I'd eat
we had
half.
pizzas here one time.
Here we go.
On the street.
Right? On the street,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
had some pizzas, right? And he had done his, right? and he had no concept for the cameras, you know what I mean? Ron, he's over there, isn't he? Like, you know what I mean, we'll have some more of that, like. And then he had the cheek to say, "Can I take it home with me?" Like, you know what I mean? Like, and he
I
did.
see him on the Boohoo Man thing with a date, with a
What,
girl
the-
with a date.
Oh.
The very beautiful, sexy Yasmin you're talking about.
And you was trying to
Oh,
pick
yeah,
up
nicked
pizza
all
I
her
didn't pick
pizza.
up. I don't
With a
know. I
knife
picked
and
up
fork.
my pizza. Yeah, I picked up my pizza.
with a knife and fork, like
Yeah.
like using
was
it like it
hungry.
was chopsticks.
If you haven't seen the video, right, she delivers it, they deliver the pizza, like,
She.
opens it up, right, opens it up.
And he takes it.
And he
Let's-
doesn't even go,
for the
"Do you want a
record-
sauce?" He gets his fork and he's in there.
For the record,
And she's standing going, "I can't believe it."
for the record, I'm sorry to say this. He is talking about pizza when he says open it up. Before people start. No, because I know people are going to start talking rubbish.
Second warning.
No.
It's that guy.
One more, mate.
Is
That's
that a
a yellow
warning,
card,
Jay?
that
You
one.
must get a warning
stop.
come
No,
up with
because
that.
I know what people are going to say.
I'll tell you, your second warning.
There we go. Second strike.
He's the one that said it.
card.
Give me the second strike for me. He's the one that said it.
I never said it.
I'm going for
Listen,
it.
we're talking about the pizza.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
It's
talking-
your
we're
mind
talking
that's
about food.
wandering.
Yeah, always
yeah,
right.
yeah.
We're
It's not wondering. It's not
We're
wondering
thinking
at all.
about
He was
pizzas.
more
bro.
inside.
We're
I'll tell
thinking
you
about
what. He was
pizzas.
more interested in the toppings than her soppings, I tell you.
Look at that. Warning for him.
Okay.
Warning for Lee, please. Warning for Lee.
Okay.
No warning from Lee. No
Warning for Lee.
Right.
Warning for Lee then.
Noble Six asked me a question. Nicky, would you ever go to a bar in Bermondsey with a Millwall fan?
I know what the answer to that would. What you
Listen,
want to know about?
believe it or not, in real life, one of my best mates is a Millwall fan.
Okay.
And
I get on well with some Millwall fans. Good
yeah,
lads.
one of my best mates. Like we've been good mates for 20 years. And if it was going to take me to a bar in Bermondsey, as long as he could guarantee my safety,
Safety,
go.
yeah.
But then the question is, why wouldn't you? That's one thing. One thing which I don't like the way football is that it always has to be pushed to be. No, it's not hatred. Rivalry and tribalism is very different.
different.
Hate is a very strong word and should never ever be mentioned in football at all. And I think when it comes to derbies, I think it's ridiculous because it's whipped up and people start doing foolishness. I don't think hate should ever be mentioned in football because it's no good. And people think that they have to be that way. No. We can disagree, we can support our team, but it doesn't have to be violent or hatred. No, I don't like that. Why shouldn't you? Why shouldn't you?
Certain people just take it too serious. Innit?
Well, yeah.
Way too serious.
And also, I must say as well, sometimes the media...
What about you going about that Maypale? What is it?
Mopale, yeah.
So
Yeah,
you say,
Mopale.
I hate him.
I never said that. I never said that. I've never said I hate anybody in my life. Actually, I have. I'll tell you what I hate.
Roy Keane.
Violence, evil. That's what I hate. And I'll go on board saying that, but I do not hate anybody in football. And I don't hate anybody personally.
Okay.
Unless they nick your food.
Someone said.
Nick your food.
Well, if they nick my food in football terms, they
Nick your wife, it's all right, but like, not your
nick
pizza.
my wife.
Nick your girlfriend.
Strike two, strike three, strike three, strike three.
Diddy J says, and with a Frankfurt fan, listen, I'll go out with a Frankfurt fan that stole my phone because I'll get it back after a few drinks.
Missed opportunity that
long
was, I'm
story there,
afraid,
I'm
for the
sorry,
West
mate.
Ham.
Right, that sounds better.
Missed opportunity
I'd
that
like
was
to
for
hear that
West Ham.
story.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd love to hear it.
I'll tell you a bit later, mate. I'm sure we'll get into it second half. He hated Ryan Shawcross, says this is England.
Oh, me? Did I say me?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Don't bet any money about this, will you?
I don't hate Ryan Shawcross. I dislike what he did, but like I said, I will never ever mention
Wait, you
hatred.
dislike what did he do?
He
just despised
broke
him.
Aaron's leg, Ramsey's leg, and
Oh,
nearly
okay.
had, and
So
he nearly
you
ended his
hated
career.
the action.
No, I didn't. I won't say hate the action. I disliked very much the action. Like once again, I will still say I never use hatred in
Right.
football.
You
Because I
dislike
think
the
it's
action,
yeah, I dislike the action. I thought it's disgraceful.
Yeah.
But like I keep on saying, hatred is a very strong word and should never ever be used in football.
MP says, Nicky, how much would it take to get Bowen from Wembley? Probably about 20 quid in a cab. Will Stewart, THFC rant says, Tyre,
Yep.
you know there is an animal gelating in those Haribo gummies.
An animal, is it? Oh, gelato.
Gelatine, yeah.
Gelatine, yeah, that's
Gelatine.
right. Yeah, so
I don't, he's hungry, don't he?
so what? So what? Tell me something I didn't know.
Kai Hughes says, how bad is Millwall and
thank
West
you.
Ham compared to Arsenal versus Tottenham and all them other London derbies?
So-
How
What did I
again?
say? How bad is?
bad is Millwall and West Ham compared
Oh, that's
to
the well,
Arsenal
Nicky. You
versus
can tell us.
Tottenham?
You can tell us. What is it like?
It's terrible.
Can you go in colours? Each team.
Can you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Will you? I wouldn't.
No.
Okay. Well, that's fair enough. That's fair enough.
They're very well pleased these days. Not the 80s anymore, but they are. I mean, last time that West Ham played Millwall was in 2010, competitive game, and there was a riot.
Yeah. What was the one when they were on the pitch?
That was 2010.
Was that up to
Oh,
what?
was that it?
Yeah, yeah. There was a riot. There was a literal riot
gosh.
outside.
Wow.
Let me take some more super chats. Someone asked Papa Smurf why Arteta should stay. Don't answer that just yet. We are just about to kick off the second half. We can get into that a little bit later. Zulu Warrior says, this is a shocking and hard watch. I'm sorry about that, mate. We're trying our best. Right.
It's not a great game again, is it? Really?
No, not really.
Needs a goal. Who's been England's best players? Say was the best player for England so far.
Hard to tell, man.
It's really hard to tell.
I think I'm going to say it now.
They're not been
Maguire's
great.
done okay today, even though he's, I
He's
don't
done all right. I think Rice has done all right.
So
I
Rice
think
and-
Kane's done all right.
And Saka, I suppose.
Saka,
Saka's
yeah.
been okay, yeah.
I know he's even got the ball.
Sterling, I didn't know he was playing, so he got injured.
Bellingham's been good since he's come on.
Defended okay, haven't we?
2-0 to Italy in the Hungary game, by the way.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I think they topped the group if it stays as it is.
What was that comment from a moron, Nicky?
Huh?
What was that comment from a moron? Mr. Moron or Mr. Moron?
Very rude,
I
isn't
can't
it?
remember, mate.
Very rude.
I'm rude. No, that's what I mean. That's anyone
You're
that
on
says
strike
that.
3 in a minute, you carry on.
Strike with what?
Calling someone a moron.
Yeah. Well, then, like I said, don't be rude, isn't it? Don't be
Strike,
rude.
hey, look, it's up there. It's
care.
up there.
They are
Strike
moron.
3 and you're out.
They're a moron. They're a moron. Okay, they're a moron.
Easy now.
Strike
Well, don't be rude, but don't be rude then.
Strike
Address-
3, you're highlighted.
Address me as king. Okay, address me as king. I'm sir to you. Okay?
Moron is a strong hate word, says the
No, it isn't. Moron is another word for a dummy, which you are. Moron is nothing to do with hate.
It's like a red
Look
card,
up
isn't it?
moron.
It's like the back
Look
of it's
up,
red.
look up moron and you see
Is it
you.
red? Say that's red?
No.
Hey, shoot.
Close to red.
We've had 3 strikes. None of us have had no strikes.
No,
You've had 3.
Lee's got 3 as well.
No, I ain't got 3.
Look, you mean? Look at what you said, and they didn't even give you 1.
What?
Look at what you do. What? Look at what you said.
What did I say?
Top ins.
Yeah, but I didn't get a strike for it.
Okay, then, so you said well then. So Lee should have 3 as well.
No, I didn't get a strike for it because,
All I'm saying is, listen, jokes apart, please don't be rude, because if you're rude, that's what you're going to get. So don't insult me, Aaron, Nicky, or Lee. It's not hard for you to be civil, isn't it? So.
West Ham,
who's he talking to?
Whammy Sammy says West Ham and Millwall actually played each other in the Championship 11-12 and away fans weren't allowed to the ground. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh, really? So there was no trouble then, fortunately.
Oh no, there was no away fans.
When was it?
They said, well, at Millwall there was. They started fighting each other.
Yeah. But then,
It's bad when you have to do that at football, though, isn't it?
well, the simple solution.
Is that bad though?
Well, the simple solution for me, everyone, is what they did in Wales with Cardiff and Swansea. Because there was so much trouble, they banned away fans till fans started behaving. And now, the Cardiff and the Swansea fans get busted. They don't meet each other. To me, I'll gladly take it if it means fans are going to behave. Because it's just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Swansea, Cardiff's not a very nice one.
No,
not.
that's
But
yeah.
there's no trouble now because they banned them and they started behaving. If that's what it takes,
But
then so be it.
how do you tell if they're behaving if you ban them? You can't just turn around and go, right, we're going to ban you until you start behaving.
No, because what happened is they banned them for a season. The fans got upset. They made sure they didn't meet, and then now there's no trouble. That's what they did. I think that,
So would you do the same in the Premier League?
100%.
No,
I would do
that wouldn't
100%.
work.
Because after one,
Do you think the Premier League will allow it though?
Oh,
well, if the clubs can agree, why not? Why not?
good tackle, right?
Because something has to be done. Something has to be done because from what I'm seeing, I don't know what you see, Aaron, when you play Liverpool. But what I'm seeing when we play Tottenham is absolutely mindless.
Oh yeah,
ridiculous.
sometimes we see some
That's what I'm
some
saying.
dumb stuff as
And,
well.
it-
when we play
and to
Liverpool,
me,
yeah.
and to me, it has no place in society how much more football. I'm sorry, it hasn't. So if that's what it takes, then so be it.
Yeah.
So be it. So be it. Because it's just really, really annoying. You know, look at you, Nicky, saying that you could go to Millwall in colours, but you wouldn't. You should be able to go wherever you want to go in peace as a football fan.
Of
We're not
course.
going to war. We're going to support our teams. So why can't we do that in peace? It's ridiculous. It's disgraceful.
It's a great ball that.
It is a good point.
Thank you.
I agree with that. To
Thank
be
you.
honest with you, I do agree.
Thank you.
We've moved past them dark days, and unfortunately, I think they're coming back. But
Well, this is the problem. This is the problem.
I wanted to ask you this, Ty, because I've just seen him warming up. Serge Gnabry. Do you think there's a chance of him coming back to Arsenal?
We hope
much
so.
money.
We hope so. We hope so.
He's
he
I don't
turned
know
down
if-
300 grand a week, didn't he?
At Bayern, yeah.
Bayern, yeah.
Turned
Yeah.
it down. That's a
Oh,
great.
Oh,
Goal.
and that's a goal. What a finish that is.
Yes.
Hoffman.
Well done.
1-0 Germany.
That was a good move as well. They
Was
opened
it?
us up
Move.
there.
That's a great ball.
It's
I
been,
don't know
to
who
be
played that ball
fair,
there, but
Germany have been threatening. They played the better football.
Yeah, they
They've
played some
probably
very
deserved
nice
that.
little 1-2s in and around,
Yeah.
in and around us, and then that was intricate. That was.
Good finish. Should Pickford have done better. It was pretty central to him.
Well, I'll have a look at that. I'll have a look at that.
I think it sort of fooled him.
I don't know who played that reverse ball there into the box. I think it was Kimmich.
It was a
Kimmich
great
or
ball, yeah.
Gundogan?
Let's have a look.
Yeah, Kimmich.
Yeah,
Oh, what a
Kimmich.
ball. Nice.
Oh, I
Pretty
don't know.
central.
He
wasn't
should
it?
be
Right
saving
down his
that,
throat.
if I'm not wrong.
Look.
Yeah, he should be saving
Oh,
that.
he's straight
Pickford.
It's,
Shocking.
What do you guys think about Pickford? Do you think he should be number one?
Do you know what? I'm going to say it now. He had a bit of a ropey time. I thought he'd come back strong.
Because Southgate keeps saying, yeah, but he performs well for England. But
well, listen,
he hasn't there, is he?
I personally think one of the reasons Everton stayed up because of him, to be honest. Because he had some serious
in the
saves.
last games.
Yeah.
But
So-
overall, like throughout the whole season, he hasn't been amazing.
All I would say, I don't know.
I think
Because
Aaron
I've
Ramsdale's pushing him now. Pushing
I
him
think
very
Ramsdale's
hard.
definitely pushing it
But
as well. Yeah,
Everton fans will probably be able to tell us more because they see him.
yeah
week
they
in,
would
week out,
watch
don't
him
they?
week in,
Who's
week
the
out.
other
Yeah,
keeper
true. Yeah.
on the bench?
Pope.
It was Pope, but he's definitely going to leave Burnley now. I think he's a good goalkeeper.
I'd love him at West Ham, to be honest. I think
Nick
he's
Pope's
really
a
good.
good, yeah, he's a good goalkeeper.
Instead
Yeah,
of Lucas. Lucas.
Yeah,
Really? Don't you rate Lucas?
he's finished.
Really? Why do you say that? That's interesting.
Because I watch him.
No, but I mean,
No, I like him. He's been a fantastic fit, but age is catching up to him. Last sort of
How
4 or
old is
5
he now?
games of the season, it's 35, I think 36.
all right.
Okay, I didn't know this.
Last 4 or 5 games of the season, he was dropping some real clangers.
Really?
Yeah, and it's not
Well,
like
that'd
him.
be a good move to get Pope then, wouldn't it?
Pope,
I think we're signing Areola permanently.
Really?
that's
yeah.
that's a good shout as well.
I think he'll be our number 1 next year, Areola.
Lucas was a very nice, humble man. I don't know, have you ever met him, Nick?
Yeah, I have met him.
He's really cool.
Nice
I used to chat to him when he was with us. We actually wanted him to stay, but he didn't want to sign a new contract,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Who's
But then-
that?
Lucas.
Chesney had took it over by then, hadn't he?
Yeah, he wasn't going to. It's a chance.
England?
He did, but
Strike! Oh,
He
good
should have passed
save.
it.
No, he
He
should
should
have
have
passed
passed
it.
it.
Put
Should have
Sterling
put
in
him
there.
there.
Should have passed it. Who
I
was
think
that?
he should have done. But in saying that, it was a good effort.
Yeah.
2-1 now in the Hungary game.
oh. You don't see a
I think you
question.
should give Pickford a rest for half an hour. Give Ramsdale a poke.
Well, I think Ramsdale will play against Italy. I'd be very disappointed if he's not playing against Italy.
Wouldn't
what
surprise me if he
Ramsdale?
doesn't.
He's terrible, Lee.
Who?
Ramsdale.
You don't like that.
How can you say Lee?
Oh, he's
Nicky,
awful.
you don't watch him. We watch him.
He's
every
too
week.
clumsy, man.
Nah.
It's too clumsy for me.
To be honest, since he comes back from injury, he's not been as good. But before
he's
that, he
still
was
been
exceptional.
superb. I
Before he
think
got
he's
injured, he
outstanding.
was exceptional.
The saves he made.
And I'm not
amazing.
saying that because I'm being biased. I'm saying
Great turn. Great.
I
Again.
think he's been
Great
brilliant.
tackle.
Lucky,
He,
lucky.
has been exceptional. I
That
like to
save
see him
against
give him a
Man-
shout.
That save against Madison was one of the best saves I've ever seen going to football.
Yeah, at the beginning of the season, well, up until he got injured, I thought he was brilliant.
Funny enough, another.
I think Ramsdale's got a lot to learn. That's
Yes,
what
but
I
he's
would
done
say.
brilliantly.
He done well at the beginning of the season, but
He's still
you
very
know the
good.
mark of a player isn't when he's doing well; it's when he's doing bad. And I think he's
That's
just a
true.
little bit too.
I think he got a little bit cocky.
His head rules his heart a little bit.
And also, I don't think it helps when your back four keeps changing week in,
Yeah.
week out in front of you. Like when we had our normal back four, he looked a lot more solid. But and look, listen, he's in the squad. We've got Italy on Saturday.
Great ball.
No,
Good
so
tackle.
More touch. Who's that? Mount again?
again.
Mount again.
But he's got to square it.
Get
we've
him
got,
off.
We've got
Yeah.
Italy. Then who have we got Tuesday?
No, but that's it. We haven't got Italy.
No, we've got a game Tuesday as well.
No,
No,
we
it's
haven't.
already 3 games. Hungary, Germany, Italy.
Yeah, so you got Italy next.
Yeah, that's Italy. We're not going to play a whole bloody season.
I thought we had a game on the 14th. No.
I don't think so.
14th.
No, I think you got your next game's on the 11th. Saturday.
Hungary again? Yeah, they're saying Hungary again. The
Yeah.
14th.
Hungary on the 14th.
What again?
On the
So,
14th.
so you're playing
What? Hungary again?
Italy on the 11th and Hungary again on the 14th.
Really?
Right.
It's coming up now.
Wow. Yeah, looks like you're right.
Oh, I'm right, no? I can't see that, but yeah,
England,
14th.
Hungary, yeah.
14th, yeah. And you got Italy on
That's
Saturday.
because I've been booked in, see?
You've been booked in. That's the only reason why.
Unless I was here for something else.
Eamon Hamdane says Rice better than Kimmich, Rodri and Casemiro, and he's put the little skulls there.
Yeah, but that's
Say that
Nicky.
again?
Yeah, because Nicky said that, but
I
that's
said
Nicky's
that the
opinion.
other
Isn't
day.
it? I don't know if Nicky said.
I don't think he's
Nicky
better
just said he's the
than
best.
any of them.
We're
I'm just
we're
saying.
at home
I think he would if he
Home.
went to a big
Against
club.
Italy.
Hungry.
I said he's already
What
world
about
class,
Italy
Rice,
away, I think. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
and like he could challenge them players.
Yeah.
I didn't say he was better
He was
than
better.
them.
No, you didn't say he
right
was
now.
better. Yeah, yeah.
I just
Oh,
said
well,
he could
who's
challenge
talking
for
about?
them. Actually,
Rice.
I might have said he was better than them right now, but
Who's that?
Rice.
Rice,
Better than who?
Rodri, Casemiro, and
Kimmich.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to say that now. I know he got all the plaudits, the goalkeeper, Courtois, and deserved that, but that Casemiro was unbelievable.
He is good.
Yeah, he was
that
really
far.
good in that final.
Oh my
The
God.
tackles he put in, mate.
Oh, that is how a midfield player should
Rolling
play.
back the years.
But I'll tell you what, Rice does that job and for England and probably for West Ham.
Yeah.
And it's not glamorous enough, is it? But for someone like, because you've got Casemiro, who's probably more.
Casemiro's 30.
Yeah, but
Rice is better at 23 than he was at 23.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, I think Rice does a job which is not a glamorous job, but it's a job that should be appreciated a lot more.
Look at that. Look at them. They're throwing stuff. Look at this. This is absolutely disgusting. What's going on?
Well, we got Italy at home or away. Can someone tell us in that?
Home and
I think
away.
away.
Home and away. What a great game.
England are at home to Italy.
So we've
Thank
got 2 home
you.
games. Should be able to win them.
So that's at Wembley, and it's a 7.
Behind closed doors, though, Lee,
Is it?
Yes, that's right.
What?
because of the final.
Because of the final.
Oh, yeah.
ridiculous stuff.
So it's a 7:45 kickoff.
But they ain't letting 30,000 fans in for that game.
Oh, you had a touch then last Saturday. You
They
had a
did
touch
hungry,
then
though.
being a 5 o'clock kickoff,
And they
didn't you?
booed- and they booed England players taking the lead.
But then
early
they told me it was only kids in there.
Aye.
So
Yeah,
I wonder where they got
I'm
that
early
from.
on
Exactly.
fucking Saturday.
Exactly.
You had a touch. 5 o'clock kickoff.
Oh, nice.
It's next Saturday, Italy games, 7:45.
Oh, right, okay. Saturday
that-
night.
Caught away on a Saturday.
Saturday night.
Jesus.
Yeah, so there'll have to be some food laid on then for that one. Saturday night.
Saturday night.
Brian says, can Papa Smurf please stop supporting Arsenal? Makes the rest of us look
My
like clowns
name
and
is
morons.
not Papa Smurf.
Jason?
You silly,
Jason,
crazy
are you?
imbecile
Can you put up on the chat? Are you agreeing with food for the
Did you order
What
the
is it?
pizza?
Yes.
load of dots?
And you don't
You have to get a...
stop supporting us because you make
All
us
right,
look
easy. You get a full strike.
You get a full strike. Yeah, full strike, and you're off the stream.
If you get a full strike, I'll carry you out of there.
bad. That's all right then.
Yeah, look, we ain't got there's no
Well,
guarantee. I have to have a look
Well,
at
Nicky,
my contract. see if
Nicky,
it's-
in football terms, you're gonna have to carry me out. West Ham haven't won any trophies, so you want me to carry me out. You have to have 1 trophy to carry me out, so you want.
I've lifted enough weights to be able to carry you out, son. I've taken bigger poos than you, mate. So,
Is that a strike, Jason? That's got to be a strike, isn't it? Come on. You can't say that about Ty. That he's a poo?
Well, Nicky, I'm not talking. I'm talking about football terms. I'm not talking about any personal. I'm saying football terms.
well, I don't know what you
No
mean.
strike.
So what I mean is that I'm not talking about obviously you can carry me out physically. I'm talking about football. Because West Ham's trophies can't compare to Arsenal, so
Okay.
that's what I'm talking about.
I don't know where that came from, Aaron. I don't know,
Don't know
mate.
where that come from.
Because he says he's going to carry me out, isn't it? So
Well, I hope Jason's on the phone, just making sure that confirming there is food on Saturday night. What do you reckon?
There should be.
Who's in the host?
Yeah.
Who's hosting Saturday night?
It'd be the Don, wouldn't it?
Who's
It'd be the
hosting
Don.
Saturday night?
It's Don. I'm sure it's Don.
I
Maybe
used to like-
Sophie.
I used to like
Is Sophie in the country?
Nah, she ain't. Nor was Abby. I used to like when Abby done them, but now we've gone from Sophie, Abby to Nick. You know what I mean? What the hell, like that? I mean,
What is that supposed to be?
Who's ever? I love Nick to death, but come on, there's a strike for someone. I'll tell you, like. that, I mean.
Listen, if there's food, I beg you lot, bring me back, please. Aye, if there's food, I'm there, innit?
Yeah, like, you know, about the old, we'll have to have pasta on. The Italians are in, like.
Listen,
let's have
anything.
The big beard says,
Anything.
Pasta.
Bring me.
Pizzas and pasta, isn't
the
it?
big beard says the way Ty eats, Ty has taken bigger poos than Ty.
no, I'm taking bigger poos than you.
That was a good one.
Oh, there's an announcement.
I'm taking bigger poos than you.
Pew. Pizzas and a pasta, is that right, Jason?
Party.
Party sausages.
Party sausages.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, that's a disappointment. that is.
Sausages. Veggie sausages.
Come on, Southgate, make some subs.
Veggie sausage, why is it? He'll take that. He'll take that as long as they're veggie ones.
Of course, sausages.
Who comes on now? Got to be Grealish. Jack
gotta
Grealish
be.
should be on now. Why
Bowen,
ain't he
maybe
playing?
Bowen. Maybe Bowen.
He's not going to put Grealish on. Grealish is going to come on maybe, I'd say 82nd minute.
Where Big Beard says, yeah, where is Sophie Abby Pippa?
How
Probably,
do we don't know. That's none of your business.
Abby's on holiday.
You don't have to tell
I
them
think,
that,
I
Lee.
think they're all on holiday, to be honest.
Tell them that. That's none of their
social
business.
media. If you follow her on social
Listen,
media,
Pippa's a very busy woman. Pippa's on everything now.
She is very
yeah,
busy.
Pippa's
Yeah,
doing
man.
really well.
She's probably in Germany.
Shout out to Pippa, man.
Yeah, shout out to Pippa. And Abby and Sophie, obviously.
They're all doing brilliantly.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All doing brilliantly, like
And I'm sat here with Ty.
Keep up the good work.
Well, listen,
And
they've
I'm-
all sat in that
And I'm,
chair.
and I'm sat here
They've all-
with Nick.
They've all sat in that chair and got bikini contracts and all that. Nick, you never know.
I know,
like,
mate. You
I
never
mean,
know. Come on, boo-hoo man. Come on, give me a contract. I can do the modelling. I can be on the catalogue. I know you watch these because he's had a bloody contract.
Nothing
from you.
wrong with a thong, Nick. I tell you
I'll
that.
tell you,
right
mate.
away, though.
I'll
Hold
tell
on,
you
where's
that.
the strike? Where's the strike?
not
I'm sorry,
there,
where
man.
is the strike? Where is the strike?
Gundogan, not there.
Oh.
Come on, Neuer, man. What's
Come
going
on.
on with you? What's wrong?
Oh, that's a
poor.
poor ball.
That is very poor.
Oh,
Someone just said-
well done, Jude.
Turno Limit 365 says England front three are dying.
I wouldn't say
I'd agree
that.
so.
Well, Saka's done all right. Come on.
say they're dying.
T2P says size fat. Thanks, mate.
Saka's probably the busiest from all three. From the
Oh,
front
that's
three.
not nice. There's no need to be personal. What is this? Come on, man. There's no need for that.
2 Germany players coming on. Who's that? Can't see them.
So Hungary on the 14th. Yeah. Let's hope one of the girls is back by then.
Seal says Rice is 30 million at Bless. Please stop the cap. That's if you want his boots.
Ooh.
Remember that.
I think David Moyes say that you'd be lucky to get him for 100 million for a bargain, which was absolutely brilliant. Didn't he say something like that?
Yeah.
Serge is
Brilliant.
coming on.
Yeah,
Serge.
2 players coming on, Serge and Werner. What's the poll saying with Ramsdale, Pickford and Pope?
Who should be number one?
Interested in seeing what people are going to say.
I ain't even got you ain't even mentioned there,
Yes, I am.
was you?
Yeah.
I didn't see you.
Yeah, I am.
Ooh.
Who should be?
Ramsdale, 57%.
Yeah, I was just about to read that. There was a who should be England number one goalie for the World Cup? Ramsdale, 57%. If that happens, I'm giving up
Why is that then?
because he's terrible, mate.
Pickford last
Oh
was
no,
20%.
Aaron's not terrible. No, he's not.
It's only because you didn't get his penalty. You was very bitter that day. When I'll tell you what, you should have sucked a lemon that day after that.
Oh.
What penalty? What penalty?
When
we beat them 2-1.
West Ham, I'll tell you, he's
When we beat them
he
2-1.
had done a
was
video
annoyed,
slagging
mate.
off Ramsdale,
Oh.
and then he was like,
Oh, Nick.
he was very
That's
bitter
not
in
nice,
his
Nick.
interviews.
But Nick is, to be fair, Nick is alright. I find Nick very.
Oh, I love
I
Nick.
wasn't.
Very
I
well
wasn't
balanced.
happy that day.
He
mate.
wasn't very happy.
Yeah,
that
but
day,
that's
I'll tell you what,
to be
like,
fair, that's very rare for you, Nick. Because most of the time you
he's
always
normally gracious in defeat,
one very, very gracious. One of the most gracious fans I've ever seen.
but he wasn't gracious that day. I'll tell you, like,
Well, you know.
It was just the stick we was getting from your lot.
Why? What were we singing?
No, there was the thing is that I think that day
Right.
is that we was playing in the Europa League semi.
Oh,
and,
right.
we played Chelsea the week before and we'd made a few changes.
Yeah.
And basically they started getting in my DMs and all of that sort of like that poor goalkeeping.
Poor.
Yeah, that's poor
Pickford should have
goalkeeping.
saved that, man. Oh my God.
And I was getting in my DMs, having a go at us for playing a half competitive team against Arsenal, saying, "Oh, you disgraceful, rigging it," and all this sort of thing.
Really?
I'm like, "Come on, man." You know what I mean? Like it's the Premier League. We
I at the end of the day, do what you want to do, but
Yeah.
completely and utterly ruined yourselves with those. It's a couple of decisions you make and obviously sending off. But I honestly think that West Ham should have just forgot about those 2 games, concentrated on that semi-final, got through, and you would have been in the Champions League now, and you'd have had a trophy.
Possibly.
we would have definitely won that. But
Yeah.
I think you
It's a
owe
shame.
it to be competitive in all games.
Oh, I know that,
You
but
do if
when
you can, if you can, if it suits you.
when you got a small squad as West Ham did, we had
Yeah.
a discussion about that in January. They should have bought some players, and when they chose not
Serge.
to,
Yeah.
when they chose not to, that was
What a pass.
that was a mistake from
Tackle.
West Ham.
Crook Doc says all these players we whacked lyrical back from all our retrospective clubs turn up to Camp Southgate and do their best Stoke City impression. Talent can only carry the manager so far.
Best Stoke City.
Well, listen, at the end
People
of the
are turning
day,
against Southgate,
can I be
mate.
really, can I
The
be
tide
really
is
honest
turning.
about this England performance? This be brutal about it today.
This is very
Where's
important.
Kane today?
Yeah.
Where is it? Where is Sterling? I've not heard they're two of the best attacking players we've got in the country. Oh, you know, it's not them, is it?
But
It's the
they're
system that they're playing.
these to
Where
them,
are their service?
If you're winning your 80th cap or whatever they're winning today, it's a game. It's a friendly. For the likes of Bowen, it would be.
Well, exactly,
important.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Oh, get out of the way,
referee.
They
Ref.
get a free kick. for
Get
that.
out the way. So what's going to happen now?
He's got to give a drop ball.
The thing is, I'm with you on this. You know what I mean? What is the point of playing Sterling? Why can't he play Grealish or give Bowen another
Well,
chance
it's not.
here? Like, this
Just
is
give
what
him
I'm saying.
minutes now.
He has to, yeah.
We're
I mean, make a
66
change.
minutes
60,
in, make
yeah.
some
But
changes.
but
Make a
he
change.
that hasn't. You know what I mean? Like, and this is what I'm saying about Southgate. This is where he's poor, isn't it?
Yeah, but you say that, bro.
Yeah, I will say.
I
it.
still think he's done well. I really do.
Well, if you've been, you know, what I mean,
I can't lie,
the only
Ty,
thing
this
you've been
is-
interested in
this is
that
very
today is
poor,
eating
man.
and drinking. You haven't.
Well, so you haven't ate or drunk anything.
I have done, but
Okay,
I
then.
have. You know what I mean? Like,
You have what? I have because.
you know, this
No.
ain't good enough, is it?
Yeah, it's not good enough.
Yeah, but it's like I said. The time to judge him is when the World Cup is on.
Yeah, but
That's
you
what I'm
need, to,
saying.
you need to be prepared, Ty.
You do, but listen.
This is
Things can
not.
happen.
This is not preparing yourself properly.
The big
for the
beard's
World
got
Cup.
a little bit of a compliment for me, yeah? He says, as much as I miss the ladies, Nicky is funny and a great presenter. Neville should be inviting him back. Yeah, no, Gary Neville's never invited me back to his show since I went on there and asked him a question about the Premier
No,
League.
Because if you really want to
you're a
be,
good
if you
host.
really want to go
You
far
are
in
a
this
good host, yeah.
competition,
Yeah.
and these are the only teams, the only proper teams you're going to be able to play to prepare yourself. Italy,
True.
Germany, Hungary. Well, you lost to them, so it might be a decent team to prepare yourself for the World Cup. You need to be able to beat these teams, or at least put in a good performance. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Because this is not going to give the players confidence, and definitely not the fans.
it won't. But there's still a couple more games, isn't there? Italy. Not that this game is finished. Italy, Hungary.
What if you lose both?
I
Then
can't
what?
believe there's 4 England friendlies. I thought it was 3. I can't believe it.
That's a great ball.
Then that will be.
Unlucky.
Then that will be quite worrying.
You were,
If you lose the next two.
well,
Yeah, of course.
obviously, like you're not been told about the last one. Then, like,
No.
you've been like, no, one of the
Ain't been
girls must be
invited.
back then.
I'm sure Nicky will.
You're getting dunked.
It's the bikini
You're
line.
getting
Lee.
dumped in the
I
morning.
ain't done the bikini line.
Oh,
No, I shouldn't say that. That's disrespectful.
You shouldn't,
They
Nicky,
are
all right.
fantastic
What
hosts, all 3 of them
Oh,
girls.
was he got a strike?
Oh, I don't
Oh,
know.
no,
Let's,
Jason.
let's wait and see. Let's
Let's
wait
wait
and
and
see.
see. Is that a strike, Jason?
No,
there
there's
for
no
the
strike. There's
Jason,
no
the
strike.
ladies there?
There's been no strikes for Nick no, I didn't even leave Nicky. There's been no strikes for Lee.
No strikes.
strikes for me.
Well, there never should be.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't see why there should be a
You know
strike.
what-
T2P says about the game.
Oh, there he
Grealish
is.
is coming.
Hey!
Let us not
Yes,
forget
please.
it's been raining.
That's right. It's been raining on your face.
Whoa. Oh, that's a bad.
All right.
Jason, that's the fifth.
Fifth one. He's a man of-
Cut that.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable is spelt wrong, by the way. Unacceptable is spelt wrong, by the way.
No more food. Oh, that's it.
Ah, you ruined it for all of us.
What about Lee? What about Lee?
But
What
I'm
about Lee?
popping on my
Look
best
at what Lee
player.
said. Look at what Lee said.
I'm expecting pasta and pizza. I'll tell you what. I'll have yours. I'll have yours on Saturday.
Have my what?
Jamie again?
He'll come in with a fork. What are you going? Oh, where's my pasta and my pizza?
He's played well, Walker, I think.
Walker's done all
Done all right,
right.
he's done all right.
Defensively,
He's
we've done
his
all right.
best, man.
Ball keeps coming back
ball in.
though.
Oh,
Oh, that's a good.
Oh, good save.
Good
That's a
save.
good
mate,
save.
mate, that one,
Brilliant
yeah.
save.
Muller has to be scoring that,
Muller.
man.
Muller,
Another legend.
not being horrible, unmarked at the back post.
Yeah.
He's very good at
man.
those.
Whoa.
He's very good at being unmarked and just nobody notices
That's
him.
like leaving the door open to pizza up for two, isn't it? Like? I mean, look, that's terrible.
Yeah, that's a good save.
Trippier's positioning now.
No more food, Ty. How do you feel about that?
I feel like Harry Kane at Tottenham. Gutted.
Arsenal Maniac says, what were England doing? Just in the box clearing chances all the time. Yeah, it's been poor second half. Really poor. No doubt.
Go on, someone.
Oh,
They looked more likely, didn't they, Germany?
oh, he's tripped him. Why is he saying get up? Declan Rice knows what he's done. He's tripped him. He knows what he's done. I don't know why he's saying get up.
He's given a free kick, is he?
Of course.
No, he hasn't.
He has given a free kick. Look.
He's done nothing.
Oh,
No,
but
he just, if that's a dinner, wouldn't it? Like,
I don't know if he's that. Well, yeah, it's
Yeah.
not as much. It's not as what I thought it was.
Throwing.
You're very biased when it comes to Rice, aren't you?
Me?
No, Nick is.
Oh, he's West Ham, isn't it?
Bit of West Ham there, isn't
He
he?
was actually defending him for slagging off Eddie. What did you think of that, Lee?
Who's slagging off Eddie?
You know when we played West Ham and we won 2-1.
Was it
You know
Wimby?
when Eddie and
Oh, that's
Declan Rice
beautiful.
got
Oh,
into it?
yeah.
What did you make of
That
that?
is beautiful. Oh, lucky.
Yeah, well, he showed himself up there, Declan, a little bit, didn't he?
I didn't like that. I think, like I said, Declan Rice is a great role model, but I just thought that was unnecessary. Especially someone you know. But Nicky's argument should be,
He come up with that one
Right.
he called the referee a cheat and all, didn't he, in the tunnel?
yes, that's right. We didn't mention that. Oh,
Oh,
look
bring
at
that
Nicky's
up.
face.
Don't know,
That's
bring
it,
that up.
yeah, he did, yeah. That's right, yeah.
It's a couple of super chats.
What we predicted, Mount
So that
off
Ofair says he should have been off half time.
earlier, innit? Yeah.
Would you rather win the league or World Cup for all of you?
League.
World Cup.
I'd rather win the League Cup.
League Cup football's got to come first.
Club for
It's got to come
country.
first. He's got to come first.
Pickford's distribution has been awful, says Adrian Delulo. And Big Tony says Southgate is just an English Arteta out of his depth, but
Really?
arguable worst the England team.
Really? But then Mikel's...
Has some talent like Rice, big up Leedy icon.
yeah, but Mikel's not out of his depth.
Listen,
He's won the FA Cup, mate. So
I'm
he's
not being
out of his
horrible.
depth.
Gareth Southgate's got better players to pick from than Arteta.
Exactly. But to be fair,
I'll tell you
Mikel's
what,
won
if
the FA
Arsenal
Cup.
put in a performance like this with these players, I would be having a go at Arteta.
Would Arteta be doing better with this bunch of players
Yeah,
than Southgate?
yeah.
But then you can't have a go. Mikel's won the FA Cup. So you're saying he's out of his depth. He's won the FA Cup. No, it's true. He's won the FA Cup. So when people mention that, remember what he's won. In our worst
So
season.
wide?
They were in here.
Cross it in? Yeah.
We haven't really just... That's the first time we sort of got in and around them.
Yeah.
Do you know what? For Man City as well, I noticed this the other day. He gets in that box. He's really good at taking players on. Why didn't he just do that then?
Oh, Grealish.
Yeah. He loves doing that, coming out and coming back in.
Listen, I'll be honest, I don't think Southgate rates him.
You think so?
He can't get game.
I just don't know why, man.
If you prefer... If you
It's just tipped
what
it
a
over.
Wow.
if you're preferring Mason Mount in that position to Grealish, something's wrong.
Who's
with
not a
you.
winger? Yeah, to
Yeah,
begin
you
with.
know what I mean? Right. Where do you actually play Mason Mount in this team? Is not there.
Right, here we go. It's Grealish. It's a
Kyle.
hospital ball,
That's what he's
really.
best at. You know what I mean? He's good at.
They're in now.
Go on. Be smart with it.
Havertz.
Oh.
Plays it in. Oh, good save. That was nearly
But
slid in
I
by
think the ball
Werner.
was maybe too far ahead of him.
I don't know when he came on.
Oh, Werner, you didn't see Werner come on?
He come on with Gnabry.
Gnabry.
Surge.
If you two would watch instead of eating, you know.
Who?
I wasn't eating.
You and Nicola.
I'm reading.
I saw Surge come on, thank you very much.
We didn't see,
I saw Serge come on,
you
yes.
didn't see Werner come on, did you?
I did see Werner come on. I actually
Oh,
said...
sorry, it wasn't you. Sorry. It was old Nicky, like, no, he was obviously...
No,
like,
no, but Nicky's doing...
Talk about Werner.
Hosted.
Would you take Werner away from Chelsea? He's not going
No.
to be playing for Chelsea.
I like him as a player. It's just, do you know what?
Possibly.
It hasn't quite worked him at Chelsea, is it? We were talking
Yeah,
about
not
this
really.
the other day.
It doesn't make him a bad player. though.
Talking about this the other day. A lot of players gone to Chelsea, good players, and been ruined.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, by Mourinho.
No, by whoever,
even,
like,
even
just-
going
just
back for the
go for-
Abramovich area.
Torres was
Another
one.
change.
Torres,
Yeah, for what-
Shevchenko was one of the best in the
yeah,
world at the
True,
time.
but then... Yeah.
what was
Chris Sutton was another one.
Crespo?
Chris Sutton.
No,
Yes.
he didn't score hardly any
Yes.
goals. Lukaku's had a nightmare there.
Yes,
Oh
but,
yeah,
but then
he's having.
but then
There's been a few.
that's true.
Mutu, yeah, he could have to say him, yeah.
Mutu, but then
Nicholas Anelka done okay.
didn't Mutu get sacked
Yeah.
for we know what?
Yes.
So
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
you know
Werner's another one that's just not quite clicked.
it's true. But then we'll start with Torres. Why did Torres leave Liverpool
Money.
to go to? Well then, so then what does he
Get that
expect?
ball
then?
in.
That's a
That's a
great
lovely ball. Kane!
Oh, what a save.
How is he?
How
what
has he
a
saved that?
Save.
What
That's
a
an
save.
incredible save. I don't know how he saved that.
It would have been a goal.
It
What
would
a
have been a
save
goal.
from
Yeah, it was a brilliant
It's
ball.
an incredible save.
Great
from
ball from. That's better
Grealish.
from Grealish.
Since he came on.
How has he saved that, Neuer? That's incredible.
Yeah, Neuer's got incredible reflexes.
That's an incredible. They've got to show this again. This is incredible. Because I don't know how he saved this.
Got to see that chance again.
There's a great ball in. Was he just stretching a little bit?
He
was
was stretching, but
No, he got
that's,
it. He
no,
got
that's
no,
he couldn't have done any more than that.
Yeah,
Kane.
No, it's
He
great.
put that right in the place where it's
Oh,
got
it's
to
a
be.
wonder ball. He should score.
Oh, it's an unbelievable save. That's incredible. That is an unbelievable save.
He should score.
Well, you say that, but who knows who's going to save that though?
6
like-
yards out,
Yeah,
he
but
should score.
On
how-
the stretch, I think he's got that in the right place, Lee. I think that's just a good save. Sometimes you've got to hold your hand up.
Yeah, it was a good save.
so you said some people have gone to Chelsea for money, haven't they? So
Yeah, Chelsea have had a few of these strikers
Saka has
that
been
haven't
poor.
worked out. Morata is another one. Why is he bringing on Luke Shaw?
Morata, yeah.
Is that Luke Shaw?
You're trying
It
to
looks
wind
like
us
it.
up, you aren't you? Hey? I'll tell you what.
He has been. It's been invisible. Lee.
just
Stop
don't-
it.
I don't
he
understand it.
Has he got? He hasn't. I don't know.
Is that Luke
He's
Shaw?
got a little bit more quiet as the game's gone on.
It's Luke Shaw.
Yes, but has he got any service?
He's bringing on Luke Shaw.
No, he's brilliant.
Oh,
That's your
looks
mate.
like
isn't
Owen.
it?
Is that
Bowen.
Owen?
That's Bowen.
Bowen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was
He's,
going to say.
he's coming on for Saka.
You think so?
Rightly
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, I think like.
Yeah, Saka done.
Yeah,
he
he's
had an
tired
alright
now.
game.
He's jaded now, like, isn't he?
Well, if that's the case,
Go on, chase him, Kane. Chase him, Kane.
injuries.
He don't like running, does he, Kane? Really? He don't.
He
does
cut
he?
that out of his game. But he stayed fit. He stayed
Touch.
fit, innit?
There you
He
go.
stayed fit. He stayed a lot
Yeah.
fitter because of it.
And cut winning
Switch
trophy.
it.
Cut winning
too late.
trophies out of
Maguire
his
has
game
been
as well.
pulled out.
Ah,
All sorts
Cut
of
winning
things.
trophies out of his game as well.
I need to score that.
England
second
have been a little bit more positive since Grealish had come on.
Yeah.
one. Yep.
Yeah, of course.
Been much improved.
Much improved. I like that.
And guess what? Next game, Grealish won't start. That's exactly what's going to happen.
He should be playing against Italy, surely.
But he didn't start. Did he start in the? I don't think he started in the final, did he?
No.
It's got hot in here, isn't it?
Oh,
Nelly, what Nelly?
Huh?
Nelly style.
it depends.
That's
if-
Saka
Saka is knackered. He
Go on,
needs a
Serge.
rest, says Daniel Robert. Oh, he's kept that,
That
in.
could be
has
true.
he?
That
Did
could
he?
be true.
Did he keep it?
Yeah, he did
Yes,
keep it in.
Oh wow.
Go on.
I'll tell you what,
that
it could
foul?
be Sterling he could come on for. But I think it'd be Saka because he's been quiet, hasn't he, Sterling? He's been more quiet than Saka.
Yeah, to be honest, I ain't seen either of them. So where's Grealish playing then?
Here it is again.
Saka must have gone right wing back.
Oh, that's a brilliant save.
He
You've
just
got to
couldn't have done any more, I don't think.
Yeah.
Saka's coming
Saka's
off.
coming off. Yeah.
Oh, Bakay's coming off. Okay.
Yeah.
Bowen
Bowen's
is on.
coming.
There's my boy. I was surprised he ain't got more minutes, Bowen. I thought he was very positive the other night. I think he was one of the few positives.
Who? Bowen or Bakay?
Bowen.
Bowen, yeah, he was good.
Token gesture, innit?
Well done, Werner.
I'm not being nasty when I say
Havertz.
that.
Havertz.
What are you expecting him to do in 10 minutes?
Ah.
Oh, yeah, it's
Yeah, that's a booking as well.
Go on, son.
Wow, look at that.
Go on.
Straight for the jugular.
Good tackle.
Good tackle.
Straight for the jugular.
Yeah, that's good though, innit? That's what you want, a bit of freshness. That's nothing wrong with that.
Kimmich. John Stones. Never
His
mind.
Stones looks like the Peaky Blinder.
Yeah, he does a bit. Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Don't you think he looks like him?
He does a bit.
Tommy
Yeah, he does.
Shelby.
He
He
actually
does,
does, yeah.
My name is Thomas Shelby.
Go on, Grealish. That's it. Another corner.
See, Mount wasn't doing that.
Mm. It's interesting. Someone on the bench. Gay, Sammy.
Well,
They're
that's
still
bang-
throwing.
that's just
What
fine.
is
paper.
this?
It's only paper.
No, but it doesn't matter. They shouldn't know. It's wrong.
Go on. Strike. Strike.
It's only paper.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
It's only a puppet.
They shouldn't be throwing stuff at all. It's ridiculous.
Luke says, what a bleep game of football.
No, it's been poor. It's been.
Well, he's not. Well,
It's
he's
not
better
been
than the
great.
Hungary game. That's for sure.
Is it? Cool,
Yeah.
that must have been bad then.
Hold on a minute. These men have an agenda. Kane missed 2 open goals. No one's saying nothing. As soon as Saka has a bad game, guys want to talk. These
Who?
guys
Kane,
don't
Kane
want to
has
talk.
had a poor game.
I don't think Saka was bad, but
I don't think it was bad. No, but the thing is, Kane has done nothing, isn't it? Kane always does.
yeah, but
nothing.
you're only as good as your service, aren't you? Like, I don't think any of the front three have
No,
done well,
I
to
agree.
be honest.
I don't think Kane was that bad. Kane's never going to come
Mason
off.
Mount, you know what I mean? Like, it ain't the Mason Mount of Chelsea, is he?
Well, he is. He still plays for them. But you mean the playing well? You mean?
Yeah, you knew exactly what I meant.
I'm sorry.
Just being very facetious there, like, you know. Just don't like it. You've been striked out.
Striked out. What do you mean striked out?
We're going to have a security guard on the door. You back here on Saturday,
I don't know.
if you've been
Hopefully.
invited.
Hopefully.
Well, he probably won't now because there's no food. Yeah, let's come up there. No food for
There he
Ty.
is. No food for time.
So he won't be here.
Why? Why not? What?
He's
That's not fair.
strikes out. As it happens, if you actually said to him, and if
There he
they
is,
was meant
Leroy.
that, if they actually said to you like no food
Yeah.
as a punishment, you'd behave yourself on these streams. From now
What do you
on.
mean behave myself? I'm sorry. Are you hearing what they're saying in the comments?
I don't know, but you've
What do
been
you mean?
striked out. 4
Striked out for
times.
what? What about the people in the comments? Why don't you speak to
They
them?
don't get free
Tell them
food.
to behave themselves. Yeah. I don't care. Tell them to behave themselves. Gundogan. Sane.
What a player, man.
So you know, like no away fans, you're saying that would be
Yeah,
like
yeah.
good. No food for Ty. That would be a good punishment when you watch him behave
What
himself.
about
like
your
this.
punishment?
Try and keep the food away from
Very good, Nicky. Very good. What about your punishment, Nick?
I haven't.
You haven't broken the rules.
I've not got any strikes.
Yeah, but you
I
should
was
though.
going to say, how many strikes have you had? Yeah.
Exactly, but he should have. He should have. And he knows what he said. He
Jason,
knows-
how many strikes have I
he
had? Like,
knows
you know,
what
can
he
you just
said.
put up there no
he
strikes,
knows
please?
what he said, and he knows what he said before as well. That's what I'm going to say.
But I've
Come
had
on,
no
Grealish.
strikes.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
There we go. Look, there we go.
One more view.
1.5.
Thank you. He's,
Go on,
he's
Jared.
10.5
Great
goal.
ball! Oh my
How's he missed
goodness
that?
me, the back post.
Wow.
How? What a great
thought that was
ball.
It's
good.
it's a great challenge, I think.
What
I think
a
it's a
great
corner,
ball.
yeah. What a ball that was.
Wow, that's an amazing ball.
I'll take it. Bowen made that because, like, you know. What I mean?
See,
That's
the
a great ball. Isn't it?
What's it? Oh,
I just had an orgasm on stream.
Hold on, I'm sorry. There's got to be strike now. That's got to be strike 5 for that. That's got to be 5 strikes for that. Jason.
Grealish has been fantastic. Penalty ref.
No. I don't.
Referee. How has he not given that?
I don't know, Jason. I don't want to keep it clean. I want to strike. I don't want to keep it
Sane's through
I
here
want
is
to
2-on-1 at the other end. Oh, good tackle by Walker. Surely they've got to be looking at that.
Strike 5. Oh, it's a strike for Lee. What strike is it? Strike 5, Jason. Strike 5.
Yeah,
Strike
they're
five.
definitely going to
He's
Okay.
checking it. He's checking
No,
it.
thank you. Hey, there you go.
Is he checking it?
No, once
I think
he's
he
not
is.
give it.
Back to-
No.
Yeah.
He's
He's
offside
offside.
anyway.
Oh, he's off.
Oh, he's offside. Yeah, he's offside. Yeah.
He's offside anyway.
That's more of a penalty than the other day's one.
Nah.
Actually, I don't.
Oh, it's not, he
Actually,
slipped.
they might not give it.
He slipped.
He was offside anyway.
He slipped. I don't think
Offside, not a penalty.
He's checking it.
Oh,
he's checking it on the monitor.
if he checks it, then
He slipped and he's pulled his leg, but he's got to see his offside, surely.
oh my gosh, this is going to be very interesting if he's given.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
No, well, it's going to be given because they've
Yeah, it's
checked
going to be
it.
given.
But
But he hasn't touched him, though. Look, he hasn't touched him.
No,
Yeah,
I
he
think
has
he's saying
touched
no.
him.
I think he's saying no. The referee.
I don't think he's touched him. Oh, but from there it looks like he's touched him. I don't think he's touched him. I think KANE has slipped.
I think he's right. The referee. He's giving it.
I don't believe it.
He's giving
No,
it. He's
no.
giving it. Penalty to England.
And a
I
yellow
don't
card.
believe it. I do not believe it. I think this is the wrong decision.
I think he was offside. I think he was
man.
offside.
I don't believe it.
well, it's not offside because they've not checked it for offside. They wouldn't.
should
They
have.
wouldn't. They wouldn't.
Rudiger.
They wouldn't check a penalty. They wouldn't check the penalty unless it's offside, would they?
I don't know, mate.
Wait, why is Rudiger
He
booked?
looked offside to me, but
Exactly. Look, he hasn't touched him, though. He has not touched him.
contentious.
This is exactly the
What?
same thing KANE does and gets away for Tottenham. The same
Can't be
thing
offside.
he
The ball come off of a defender. It depends
Well,
on the
well
initial.
not now because it was he deliberately knocked it off the defender because in the Champions League final it was not deemed deliberate, you
No,
know, which was
yeah.
a ridiculous decision.
Yeah.
So, you know, spent 4.5 minutes at the Emirates for
KANE?
one game.
Yeah.
To really rescue this from Germany, really, because I think Germany have deserved this slender lead, to be honest.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
going to be the short run up and then bang.
So let's see
side
Harry
note.
Kane to take the penalty.
He don't miss Harry.
Siding it in.
Famous last words, and he doesn't miss. 1-1, England score, probably undeservedly, to be quite honest with you. But yep, 1-1.
No,
And England
no,
fans are
no.
going mental.
Serge.
Oh, another draw, man.
Papered over the cracks, Lee?
Yeah, I must admit, we've had a couple of good chances in the last sort of 10 minutes. I think maybe Germany have gone off the board, maybe just put their foot off the gas a little bit. Personally, I don't think that's, you know, if that's against us, we'd be fuming.
Do you know what
Yeah.
would have been interesting with the Czech, right? Because we went from the penalty transition up the other end, it was 2-1. What would have happened if Germany would have scored?
Go back to this.
Exactly.
Go back to the penalty.
this.
Yeah, go back to the pen.
If it's offside, what is this rule about offside now then? If you touch a player, because for 4.5 minutes I was at the Emirates against Brighton, seeing if they was if it touches his head.
Yeah.
And then in the Champions League final, they turned around and said, no,
Hold
it's
on.
not as deliberate.
Hold on. Herb said the most dubious penalty ever. I don't know, mate. That one the other day was pretty disgraceful, to be
Yeah, it
quite
was, yeah.
honest with you, against Hungary.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, if that's a penalty, right? Yeah. Why has VAR not gone to the one from Wales and Ukraine?
Exactly.
That's
Well,
a good
there you
shout.
go.
That's a good shout.
Because
There
that
you
was
go.
that was the same, you know what I mean?
It was
So
just, and
it's
in
just-
this one there was no
VAR,
contact. That was the contact.
This VAR is a bit. Again, it's all
A lot
about
of
opinions. isn't it?
anti-England fans in the chat.
Why? What were they saying?
They just don't think it was a penalty.
I don't
and
think it was a penalty.
been a
I'm
lot
being
of-
honest, I don't think it is a penalty.
There's a
very
lot
lucky.
of anti-English comments.
Oh no, but there's no need for that though. Come on, let's be sensible, please. Let's
It was
be
a
sensible.
very soft penalty, though. You
It was,
can
but
give
there's
it,
no
but
need for that.
you don't have to give it.
It was as soft as the other day's one.
Yeah.
Was it clear and
No, it
obvious?
wasn't.
Was it that a clear and obvious mistake? In
No,
my opinion,
I don't
it
think
wasn't.
so.
So look, why are they going to VAR? Because
Yes.
it's not clear and obvious.
Yes.
But you know, because someone asked me why that one against Wales and Ukraine wasn't looked at,
Yeah.
and this one is. You know what I mean? Is
Yeah.
it because
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, it's a good question.
and this thing, you know,
Absolutely is a good question.
About,
Lee.
very good. Thank you.
Absolutely.
And this thing about the offside, you know, because it's touched the player, that
Well, apparently
don't
that's
mean nothing now because you know, as I think it was Rio Ferdinand turned around and said, no one deliberately plays it
Go
to
on.
one of their players. You
that's
know
true.
what I mean?
That's true.
So
That's-
every
That's meant to be the rule, Lee,
What
but
could
like
you
you
bow
said, I remember one time.
Bowen, Kane, over to
scored a goal
Grealish.
like
Grealish
that.
got space in the box. Can they nick a winner? England. Oh, my goodness me, Harry Kane.
What's he happened?
I don't know what he tried to do there, but
So I just ciphered it in, didn't he?
You are right, Lee, because that actually happened. We scored a goal like
What's
that.
this here?
Oh gosh.
Someone's gone down.
Well, I remember at the Emirates against Brighton, you know, when Martinelli scored?
Yes.
For 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes,
exactly,
they was looking to see if the their player had headed the ball on.
Yes, yeah.
And then in the Champions League final, they said, no, it's a goal. It's not a goal because he's not deliberately done it. So why are they wasting 4.5 minutes? It's offside, it's offside.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
So, you know, I just don't understand,
I don't understand
these rules no more.
I don't
The handball rule, I don't understand no more. What's a handball
No, I
and what's
don't.
not?
I don't.
Yeah, that's
I don't
very
as well.
confusing, especially in the Premier League.
I think Rice's one might have been handball under the letter of law earlier on. That wasn't checked by VAR.
No.
I don't know. I really don't know.
I think if it comes off your hand and it changes
And what-
the direction
what-
of
the
the
other
ball
thing is-
to your advantage, I think it's offside, isn't it?
As
It's
soon as,
mentally.
the referee he goes over to his go over to the monitor. Why are they going over the monitor? Because you know they're going to give it.
Give it, yeah.
Yeah, if they go to the monitor, and most likely.
Yeah,
to
There's-
most likely,
I
yeah.
think I've only ever seen it once and not give the decision
Yeah.
after going to the monitor once.
Yeah,
Maybe he just wants to have a look.
yeah.
I just want to know if that was that penalty. Whether you think it's a penalty or not, it's not clear and obvious mistake, is it? It's
No,
not clear and
agree
obvious.
with you. I don't like VAR.
So that was the reason why VAR was used there, because
Exactly.
for clear and obvious.
They seem to make it up as they go along. It's
100% that was not clear and obvious.
Yeah, they're not going to stop playing.
Bellingham's down. Germany have gone forward.
They're going to carry on
2
playing.
minutes left.
It's unbelievable, it really is. Oof, he's in.
Oh, come on.
That's a poor cross, really.
Once he's in now, no one could touch him.
Yeah, they're not going to stop playing.
Come on, Jude, get up.
But he's injured though, that's the thing.
Cramp. To be honest with you, I don't understand all this player down and all of that sort of thing. If he's down, he's down. You've got 2 minutes left to win the game. I'm not going to boot it out.
It's understandable. There he is.
He's back
Do
up.
you think like the substitute? I think Germany just gone off the boil a little bit. So the
come on.
substitutions are just
Yeah, maybe. Worked for England and not
Well,
worked for
yeah,
Germany.
yeah. He's been sick there, hasn't
Arguably, England have been a better side since Grealish come on in the last 20.
he? Look a bit more. Well, he's
Dangerous.
Yeah, you know, what I mean, that's nothing against Mason Mount. In that role, Grealish is a better player, isn't he?
I think so. That's his role, isn't it? That's the thing. I'll be honest with you, I don't understand all the hype about Mount, to be honest.
I think he's a
Neither
good
do I.
player.
I think he's a good
he's
player, but it
He's a
doesn't.
good player, but
decent player.
that's it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't
my
suit
opinion.
the system that we play. You've got to play him out wide. If you're going to play him out wide, then he shouldn't get
In the
England
middle,
team.
I prefer him in the middle, but
We
out
don't
wide.
play that. We play with the
that's
two
what I'm
holding
saying.
players, so it's not. He's not going to get that
He's
role.
just trying to fit him in.
Yeah, so they've again, you know what I mean, trying to fit him into somewhere, and it's been proven. As soon as we've got Grealish on, we've looked a lot dangerous.
It's about 30 seconds left of this game, and Maguire
Does enough.
just does enough.
1-1 draw. Like at the end of the day, for us, it's a good point away from home,
I
isn't it?
think so. I think
To
so.
go to Germany and draw at any time is good. So from our point of view, Germany will be kicking themselves.
That is it. England won, Germany won. You feel a bit robbed there, mate.
Yeah, feeling robbed, man. I'm not going to lie. I don't think England deserved this draw. I think Germany were the better team over 90 minutes. Very cheap penalty to give away. You can give it, you don't have to give it, but referee did. And yeah, it's another draw for Germany. 2 points only in the last 2 games now. Italy we drew. So yeah,
It's
disappointed. Not gonna lie.
it is one. It's sickening for Germany, I think, because I think overall they deserve the win. Does that say a bit about England though? We can get result even though our backs are against the wall.
Yeah, you got to say, like, at the end of the day, you know, when
And
you
we've
go
got
to
plans
one of
to
the big
change it.
teams away from home and get a point, you got to be pleased with it. You know, doesn't matter how you got it. At the end of the day, I think Germany will be kicking themselves.
That's the
England's still bottom.
that's the table.
4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good.
So the table is up. Italy are top with 4. Hungary have got 3, obviously, with a win over England. Germany, the 2 draws against England and Germany, got Hungary next. And
That means
England
if
play Italy with all to play for, really.
Yep.
It's well in the
Next
balance.
2 home games are important, aren't
Yeah.
Molyneux.
Molyneux.
It's not at Wembley, it's at Molyneux.
Oh.
Playing at the Molyneux.
Wolverhampton.
So
Yeah,
is
that's
it,
right, because Wembley's being used for something, isn't it?
So is there crowds allowed at Molyneux then, or
Yes. No, I don't think there is. No.
All right.
Maybe that's why they're doing it.
That's interesting.
Or maybe it's because, I don't know, maybe the sanction is against Wembley itself, I don't know.
Might be. Is Molyneux the next best stadium they could find?
Well, it's a
Do you know what?
available one, isn't it?
To be fair,
I don't know about the
I was within.
Molyneux's
I
worth it.
was a fan of when they took it around the country. I think that's the fairest thing to do. You know, when they used to had one at Stadium of Light, they had one at Upton Park, they had one at Old Trafford. They got a few there.
Yeah.
When Wembley was being redeveloped, I think that's a fairer way to do it.
I should still do that anyway. Have a
I
couple.
think they should do that.
Yeah, I think so.
But
yeah.
they can't because of Wembley's so much as well, I suppose. But
But then
can't have it at the Emirates because the killers are there, aren't they?
yes, that's right. At the concert, obviously, other groups are available. Yes. No, but the thing is, Nicky, you are good. You are good.
Boys, the
He managed to get going around. He managed to get going around, and he still got Upton Park in. You are good. You are good.
well, we did play one at Upton Park. Rooney made his debut at Upton Park.
Oh, really?
That's
Okay.
England's highest goal scorer for now, because I think Kane I think he's within 3 of him now.
Yes, that's
Kane,
right. He is, yeah.
After that goal today.
Yeah.
Either of these teams, are they World Cup winners on today's showing?
No.
No.
I wouldn't count them up. Put it that way. I
Huh?
wouldn't count England, or I wouldn't count.
They've got some
Germany
good
out.
options though, Germany,
what I
like
said,
England, didn't they? In the attacking, you know, they had Sane and Gnabry that didn't, you know,
Yeah.
That didn't start.
Didn't start. We've got that as well. So this wasn't a great performance from England today, but ultimately you get that right.
And I would also say, I don't think England or Germany have showed their hands at all. Because all these teams will be thinking, we're not going to show what we're going to do in the World Cup. That's one thing.
No, I think, you know, even the favourites, Brazil, the other day, I think they only had a narrow win.
Yeah.
France drew against Croatia the other day.
After losing to Denmark.
Yeah, after losing to Denmark.
Denmark got a good time.
No,
Denmark,
they
a
are,
good
they
side, could be. I don't think you're going to get much in terms of who. Look, the World Cup isn't Friday, unfortunately.
No, that's right.
I wish it was.
Yeah, I wish it was as well. It is in November. There's a half a season to play before
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
You could have injuries. You can have, you know, any of these teams could have their best players injured and whatever. But just before we wrap it up, boys, the England boys do well. You as well, Aaron. Do you think we beat Italy on Saturday?
Yes,
Revenge.
Because we're at home.
It's going to be a tough one.
Because we're at home.
Who's at home in the final?
Yeah.
But I think
Possibly it's going to be difficult. It's going to be very tight.
Yeah, I think it'll be a very tight game.
I
Very,
think
very tight.
I think it depends. If England take the lead, what they do with it. If they can hold it, then get a second, then.
Yeah, I think. Listen, just
what do you think, Nick?
No,
No?
No,
You don't think so? Why? Why not?
I've not been convinced
don't
England's...
think we will.
I'd probably say a draw would probably be a fair score between Italy and England. I'd say
Yeah.
1-1.
I think we lose again.
And if we're playing it, obviously Germany must be playing Hungary then.
Hungary, yeah.
Yeah, Germany play Hungary, yeah, and then we play Hungary again. So
Yes.
they must be playing again. Germany
Yes.
and
Yes. Yes.
Italy. There we go. Are we wrapping up now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said, yeah.
Excellent. Thank you very much for joining us on the watch along. Thank you to our guests, Aaron, the judge, and Ty once
Thank you
again.
very much.
Thank you. We'll be back on
invited us.
Saturday again. For
Yeah. Are you back on Saturday? Or?
I am back on Saturday, but I haven't been invited to Tuesday yet. Lee.
right,
Are you back on Saturday?
I am back on Saturday, yeah. I am
Okay,
back
I
on
will
Saturday.
be back on Saturday.
Pizza and pasta.
Hopefully, for the
No food for
England
Ty.
versus Italy game.
So I get in nothing.
Don't forget to subscribe, hit a like, share this video, and we'll catch you around.
Yeah, thanks for the comments.
See you later.
Peace.